Hey, chat, can you hear me? Huh? Huh? Do it again. Ah! Uns, which in German means welcome everyone to the Renegade Run Podcast, episode 29, the not lagging, not buffering version for the first time ever. But if I'm wrong and you can't hear me, well then I'm not trying to cuss in the first 5 minutes. You know, fuck it, I don't care. Speaking of not caring about anyone but their friends. Welcome, everyone. No, I didn't know who to choose, so I'm just going to say hello, everyone. Lexi, you decided to just completely sneak in here like a little sneaky little slut. And here you are. And thank you for being here is that your dog in the background? Is that what's happening?
Wait, you've never seen the meme of this dog?
Maybe I have. Those dogs are weird, man. They're just weird.
It used to be my avatar.
Okay. I'm sorry. Listen, if I'm offending anyone in chat that likes those round snouted dogs, then I do apologize. But look, Lexi.
Yeah, you've offended many people.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm playing Final Fantasy 14.
What, dude?
What? Wow. When did that start?
Holy shit.
I don't know.
Wow. That's incredible. Let me see something real quick.
What's Final Fantasy?
There you go. Chat, let us know how our volumes are, because I'm using Streamlabs. It was my idea. No one forced me to do it or asked me to do it. I just thought, maybe I'll try this. One person who might have told me, if...
You mean three people? Definitely me and DeMarco, because we know about it.
I swear to God, this will be my last show.
Yes. Look, Jake in chat. Streamlabs. Chat, thank you guys for being here. We got John TJ. You're awesome, dude. You're like the most supportive person besides Jake. You guys can have a little tug of war to fight it out. Gray Monad is here. That's it. And Jake is here.
Woohoo!
I love it. Gray Monad is here. Oh. Yeah? Good. Perfect. Mac, I feel like I haven't spoken to you in a very long time. I've missed you. You just look so warm and cuddly. You just look like one of those people. Just pick me up,
Sounds like a fat person.
around.
That's like a fat person thing. Winter's coming. He's trying to get into the fat person area.
I'm like, give me all warmed up and cozy. What you been into, man?
Limited 2. I just beat it Saturday night. Took me and Bushido and my brother about an hour and a half to beat the final boss. It was tough.
Oh my God.
And then I'm just waiting for Atlas Fallen here 2 days from now, on Thursday I think it is. I'm hoping it's gonna be a rain. I was off yesterday for rain. I'm hoping Thursday is a rain day so I can just play the game. Wake up, the baby will be gone. I'll just play Atlas Fallen all in the morning. I'm a horrible father for saying that, but I don't care. I want to play my game in peace.
Let's see, you gotta look out for number 1, baby.
Yeah, remember, let's not go back to the conversation about my son. If he's dead, he's dead.
I want you both to bring your girlfriends into the room, and I dare you to say that right in front of them.
I will. She knows that. Red's heard me talk to my wife. He knows that I was there.
Crying, laughing when that terrible joke got up. Like, yeah, we were in chat, and I was like hyperventilating. I was laughing so hard. I love dark humor. And
remember when my wife came in the room? Remember when my wife came in the room and started talking shit to me, and you were in the party, and she's like, "I'll beat your ass" or something like that. I forgot what it was. And Red just
in the back. I just hear in the background, "You punk ass motherfucking son of a bitch, cocksucker," and I'm like,
yeah, she did do that. I was like, "What the hell?"
And I heard her just go, "What if I was in the road dead?" And he goes, "Well, I guess you'd be dead."
Woohoo!
Oh, love.
Good talking, Red. Like I always love talking to you guys.
Bring it back down to earth again.
Yeah.
Wait, Mac was telling us how much he loved us. Go ahead.
No, it was once and only. That's it. I just said I just love talking to you guys. That's it.
Chat.
We'll just keep it there.
Jake says, "Nah, baby's being gone is primary for success for dad gaming."
You. Yeah. Oh, that's right. Jake is a father too. That's right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yes. Big Daddy J. Yeah, I love it. And Assassin.
Woohoo!
Yes, I'm excited too, DeMarco. Assassin, welcome. What are you doing right now?
Just to clarify, I am on Final Fantasy VII Remake. I'm at the very last chapter. I'm at the part where I'm supposed to. Okay, fine, whatever. I'm on the last chapter.
It's coming.
I'm
to Xbox,
on a cutscene. Fuck off. I'm on a cutscene, so even though it says I'm on the game, I'm actually not. Yeah, just got the final boss, and then I'm done with the remake.
Woohoo!
Nice, dude.
That's pretty much what I've been doing.
That's what you've been doing.
Who's this guy that randomly keeps saying woohoo in the background?
That's DeMarco. He's really very excited, and DeMarco, Mr. Woohoo, is here.
Woohoo!
Yeah, baby.
All right, somebody take this. I'm gonna take the soundboard from his ass right now. He's already He's 10 minutes in. He's already killing us.
I love it.
Woohoo!
I love it so much.
It's just so unenthusiastic. I like this. I
woohoo.
love this arc. Like everyone's like, oh man, I just beat this boss. Like I did all this thing in this game. I get to play this new game coming out. Woohoo!
I love it.
Because I'm 5. Because I'm 5 years old.
Yes.
Okay.
No, speaking of 5, it's been 5 days since we played Baldur's Gate. I think it's been 5 days. Yeah, something like that.
Woohoo!
What else have you been into, man? You playing anything, or are you just waiting
No.
for Thursday?
All I think about, all I dream of, all I long for and adore is Baldur's Gate 3.
I had dreams about it. I literally had dreams about it. I had that song stuck in my head. I tweeted about it. I was like, I got this Down to the River song stuck in my head. It's such a beautiful song. I looked up like 4 different versions of the song, watched people cover it, and I was like, never. No. So that's the thing, Lex. You think the game's not for you. You think it's not for you.
Yeah.
I don't know what. I've been away from Divinity for so long. I guess I thought like, all right, I'm gonna play it because it's got so much hype. We're gonna, I'm gonna be playing it with my buddy. It's gonna be a good time. And I got into it and I was like, this is probably one of the best things I've ever experienced so far, especially in co-op. And it feels like D&D. I literally feel like when we're playing that game in Baldur's Gate 3, anything could happen and anything could have a consequence. Like I'm like, I gotta like legit think about what I say, not just like, let me just click option 3 in the dialogue menu and just get along with this dialogue. I feel like genuinely I could say something thinking it's not a big deal and it turned out to be a big deal. And it's amazing.
Or you could trap somebody and kill them on accident because you didn't realize what you said or did.
Listen, that
Don't think I didn't forget.
was part of the narrative. That was gonna happen regardless. I promise.
Have you seen there's like clips out there. I just love the creativity. There's clips out there of people like if you play as a bard, they'll pull out their instrument and they'll gather a crowd and all the crowd will come near and listen. And a person did this like near a bridge and he starts playing and he draws the crowd of people near the bridge and then he stops playing and for a while the NPCs are still there like hanging out. There's some other bards that joined in, I guess, and then they just walk around the crowd and then they just use Thunderwave and smack everybody off single
bridge.
character
Oh, that's
off the
awesome.
bridge.
I love that.
It's just like the best thing in the world. I mean, listen, there's a clip that I love. I watched a guy as he stacked like 300 crates. He just kept stacking.
Oh
stacking,
yeah,
stacking,
and he shot the
stacking,
guy.
stacking.
He shot
And
the
then
guy.
he just keeps jumping up and up and up in order to get over a wall. There's like he literally scales a castle wall because he stacks all these crates and then pulls out a teleportation arrow, shoots himself over the wall, and then he's good to go. Like it's just the most amazing gameplay
I know, dude.
ever. It's
Go ahead.
gonna be my best RPG of the year. I know
But can you
I
mind
know
control
it.
the children to kill their parents, though, is the real question.
Ah!
I love.
No.
Then you can't do everything.
So listen. Let me say this too, and again, everyone in chat, Jonas, I see you jumped in. Knight, I see you jumped into. What's up? Thank you guys so much for being here. And guess what? The stream is actually steady. Knock on wood. So let me say this for people who were, if anyone in chat was actually watching, I know. Well, I think a lot of you actually were watching, trying to watch my stream and watching DeMarco's stream back and forth. It's insane to me because I went back and watched DeMarco's. I wanted to see because he's on keyboard and mouse. Our two games look like our two streams of Baldur's Gate 3 look like two completely different games. DeMarco, I don't know if you actually watched my version of the stream for a little bit.
I did. I watched back yours in its entirety to see just for fun and posterity, and I realized how much I was mansplaining the whole time.
No, dude, that's the thing, and that's what I love because DeMarco's game looks like what a lot of people that play Divinity. It's the camera's way high up. His movement is point and click. He's got the UI.
Yeah. And yours looked more like.
It looked like
yours
I was
looked
playing
more
Dragon
like
Age Inquisition.
Dragon Age 1.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I was saying. I was like, it's just crazy. And I know like that may be par for the course when it comes to porting over and optimization for consoles and PCs or whatever to make it more accessible for people. But when I saw that, it blew me away how much it looked different. Like, I'm way down to the ground. It's insane. Timmy is in. What's up, Timmy? Thanks for joining.
I want to add on to that. Like, everybody was talking about the drug, going to screw people, as a werewolf or a bear or whatever. I watched a video the other day. This guy just walked into like a barn area, and this guy was behind this ogre doing something. I don't want to say it because it's, whatever. And I laughed so hard, and she got mad. He went away. He kind of backed off, and she got up, and she was like, "Ah!" and started attacking you. And I'm like, "Are you interrupted her during her playtime?" And I laughed so hard. And I was like, they really got more than just. And he just walked in. Why? He's like, "I'm sorry, I interrupted." Like, the guy he got pissed. The woman got pissed off and started attacking him. And I laughed because this big ass ogre, this little guy's behind her, and this big ass ogre is huge. And I was like, wow, this game is just, God, it's got so much to it, man. It just, like I said, I want to play it, but I think we talked about it. Starfield's right around the corner. It's just, I cannot buy it. It's just right now, unfortunately, for me.
I think that's the thing, like, because I totally understand that sentiment. I think all of us do, here especially. I think the thing about Baldur's Gate is because it's so different, it feels like a nice break. Like, if Thursdays is going to be the only day that we play it.
It's not enough.
It isn't. It really isn't enough. We're seriously gonna have to figure something out.
I need Baldur's Gate 3, man.
I'm not kidding you.
Have you played it at all?
Dreams about it. He hasn't played it at all. He's been waiting. Or did you? Did you make another character? Because I would know how. No, listen. It's not enough. It's not enough. I agree. But yeah. Jonas says I can't wait to get around to it. Yeah, it's. But I get what you're saying, Mac. If you're trying to play them side by side, I don't know. I seriously would wait to have somebody to play with, or have like a group to play with, because you're never gonna experience anything like it ever. Especially a co-op game like that. Never. You're never.
I might wait for it on Xbox. I might just do the wait. Because Xbox, we might not get it till early next year or whatever. Who knows? Whatever the case may be. I might just wait till then, and I'll just buy it on my Xbox and just. But people are telling me that I should play it on PC. Like, it just plays so different on PC that compared. Like, I was listening to the reviewers and stuff they were playing on PlayStation and stuff, and they said it was just different. When you go from PlayStation to PC, it's just a different world. So we'll see.
You also have cross save. So once it comes out on Xbox, you'll be able to port your save over.
Oh, can you? I didn't know that. I didn't.
Yes.
Oh. Maybe I will buy it. Yeah, but I don't want to spend 120, 120, 130 bucks on this game, twice, So,
They deserve
Well,
it.
if the game is that good, I'd be willing to double dip. Hell, I bought Skyrim 7 times over the past 10 years.
Let me tell you, this game... Sorry, Assassin, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, if a game is that good, at that high quality, for a good price, double dipping is not really an issue. I was just saying, I bought Skyrim like 7 times over the past 10 years. For different systems?
I bought it twice, but it was like a 6 or 7 year gap in between. So it was a little bit different. Then it come out of Game Pass like a dummy, like a year later, which is stupid. I waited all that time for it to come on Game Pass, but yeah, so.
Yeah, it's
wow. 10 out of 10. It's a 10 out of 10.
Palpatine said, "Hey Mac, I heard they are cutting the adult content on console." Huh.
Do you mean like nudity?
I'm guessing what I don't that's first of hearing that, so I don't know. That's crazy. And what's up, Palpatine?
Right. Sony and censorship. Got it. Right. I remember.
I know they would do it.
Was Cyberpunk censored?
No.
I never played it on. I played on console.
I think Cyberpunk was a little bit more censored on PlayStation.
Okay.
Might be a PlayStation. Yeah. Well, y'all are gonna make me buy this on PC. Thanks, Palpatine. Damn. All right. So I want to see that ogre. I'm sorry.
Okay.
No.
Interesting. That's really interesting. Weird. But look, we're still going to keep talking about Baldur's Gate because Baldur's Gate has broken a record. It's sitting around 1 million players, sort of up and down, on and off. It's insane. And the thing is, a lot of people have been playing this game for almost 2 years, right, DeMarco, in early access?
It's been in early access since
2020, I think.
20. I was gonna say 2019, but 2020 sounds also correct. Let's see, Baldur's Gate 3 release date was.
It was November 2020, around
There
that.
you go.
November, or October
Wow.
2020. Excuse me.
A month before Cyberpunk, right?
Somewhere between October 20th and November 2020, somewhere in that range, because they had 48 players at peak, and then it was October 2020. So, yeah, I'm looking at the charts right now. There's 600,000 people playing it 26 minutes ago, so that's ridiculous. And I think it was top. I think all time it was number 8 or 7 on all time Steam list for players at once. You know, I like to eliminate PUBG because PUBG just went ridiculous because it was the first BR, you know, big BR that everybody loved. But like, that's crazy. I mean, it's almost beat Cyberpunk out. I mean, I think the only one that's not up there is Harry Potter. I think Harry Potter's not on this list for some reason. Well, Hogwarts Legacy for some reason. But yeah, I think it's 814,000 was the max, which is just, man, that's crazy. It almost beat Cyberpunk, which is crazy. So we'll see. So see how it keeps going.
I can't believe it. I'm not one of those players.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that are like me in this situation where they have PCs and they're baiting on it because it is on Xbox. I at least have about 6 people that I know of that want this game, but they're doing just like I'm doing. Do I really want to buy it twice? Kind of scenario. Do I want to, or do I just wait?
I've got to buy Starfield twice because I've got Xbox copy and a Steam copy.
Yeah.
I hadn't used the Game Pass app. Like, yeah, it's cheaper, but you know, I'd rather own it on Steam.
Yeah, for sure.
But then I've got to buy the premium twice. Well, actually, no, I don't. I could skip the premium because I get it with my collector's edition, and you just buy the premium on my Xbox because I want to stream as soon as it comes out on the 1st.
Yeah,
Okay,
people who know and love Bethesda games, they'll buy it, but people who aren't too sure about Starfield, they'll get it on Game Pass. Whether it's on PC or Xbox.
So,
all right, you ready to go on?
I'm gonna ask the chat. Let's see. Boom! Look at that. God, my internet is amazing.
Okay. Yeah. See, I love
let
bears.
us know.
I always gotta put a weirdo one in there. I always gotta put the weirdo one in there, man.
What?
Yeah,
wait
why?
for Xbox?
No, yeah, right, yeah. We're not on a Sony podcast here, okay?
Oh, true. Yeah, they love their bears.
Listen. Just everybody play Baldur's Gate 3. Love some bears. Love
I will
some.
do it.
Love some Asterion. Love some Gale and Shadowheart and everyone, and
Shadowheart.
just gonna be.
I will get it on sale for Christmas.
On
PlayStation 5.
they deserve your money. They deserve you to buy it twice. They deserve.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm
to worry about.
I'm just not gonna buy it.
You.
What the fuck?
Hate RPGs.
At least me and Mac know we're gonna buy it.
clearly-
It's not my type of game. It's not my
You
type
don't
of
know
game.
that.
You don't know that.
I've watched my friend play it, so I think
You
I
can
have a strong
watch all
opinion
you
on
want
it.
until you get your
You gotta
hands on
play
it
it.
and in
You
it.
have to watch how much fun Red and I had. And if you don't
Dude.
play Baldur's Gate 3 and you don't love it and give it a 12 out of 7, you hate RPGs.
The fuck?
Do I?
There was a moment. I don't know if Lex. I don't know if you actually did watch our stream. There were so many moments where DeMarco and I were just like for example, Shadowheart. I go to wake her up because DeMarco's over here looking at a tentacle. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna go wake Shadowheart up. She's like unconscious, so I walk over and I talk to her, and she's like, "Oh, thank you for waking me up. Where are we? Thank you for saving me, and you'll just let me, you know." And she was being all like super nice to me and sweet, and kind of like flirty in a little bit of a way. And DeMarco was like, "Stop talking to her! Stop this! Stop this!" And DeMarco comes over to talk to her. And she is being a bitch to him. She's like, what are you, a pariah? You trying to pry and talk to me? And he's like, just love me. I was like, what is that? Because I was like, I guess she has a thing for half elves. She was not having a dwarf. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Little moments like that were and then like me punching Asterion. And I was like, he's going to respect this. I know it. And turns out he did. I took a risk, took a dice roll, and it worked. Just little stuff like that. You just don't know what's going to happen. The game is...
And then it adds in the fun of D&D when like you have like watch this Twitch clip today where somebody had like 30 bonuses. They had like +5 and +7 and +8 because of that, and the DC was a 10. They had to roll a 10 on their D20, and they're like, no possible way I could fail, and then they rolled a natural 1, and it's just automatic failure. You don't get to add like. You get those just moments where you want to flip your keyboard, but that's D&D, and it's just amazing.
That's like life.
And everybody plays it, and Lexi, you play it, and Mac, you buy it twice, and Assassin, you buy it 3 times.
Maybe on Game Pass. If it comes to Game Pass, I'll try it.
No, the irony is, funny enough that Lexi mentions that, and Eternal, he said he played 1 and 2 back in the day, and that made me remember. Some people were getting notifications that Baldur's Gate 1 and 2 were coming to Game Pass at some point.
So there was a screenshot of it like on the thing. So I forgot who posted it, but I seen it. I mean, it'd be nice.
I saw it on the subreddit, but it said 1 and 2 were coming to Game Pass. I mean, hey, that saves some money, right? Maybe Baldur's Gate 3 will come to Game Pass next year.
What's getting a higher Metacritic score? Baldur's Gate 3 or Starfield?
Starfield? Excuse
Baldur's
me.
Gate's at 94.
How could you even say something like that?
Is Starfield going? Baldur's Gate 3 is it a 93?
Is it a 93 now? Because it was a 94 yesterday. So
Baldur's Gate 3, when I last checked, it was at 96.
So
I was
just under Elden Ring.
So real quick, DeMarco, before we get into that, I was seeing some stuff beforehand. A couple days ago, even like yesterday, and I heard a thing that some of these like review companies are already giving like Starfield like a 7 and a 7.5. So I mean, unless we're
out yet, what do you mean?
I know, but well, they already got review stuff. You know how it's like a pre-rendering thing, so they can make
month
Xbox
in advance.
Yeah, they're making they're I was reading that they were trying to make that make Starfield look bad because where Sony pays stuff off and stuff like that. I was seeing some stuff. I'm not sure if it's true. Clearly, I don't know. I'm not above and beyond anybody. But I was baffled when I heard that. I'm like, I heard that through like 2 different podcasts.
I'm pretty sure that'd like be considered like fraud.
Well, it wouldn't be fraud. It would be like it's I don't know what they call it, but no, fraud would be with money. So all right, and them handing them money. What is it? It's like I forgot what they call it. I'm trying to think, and I know what it's called. I know what you're talking about though.
Yeah, like they could get into trouble for it because
But I was seeing it. I'm like, that was baffling. But like, it's pretty sad that we're in that situation where they're just trying to bring Starfield down. Do I think Starfield will beat a 93? That's tough.
I think it will be between 88 and 91.
That's what that's where I agree.
I think it's going to be a 90 to 92, somewhere there.
I'm going the 91. I think we're going to get a 91 unless Baldur Gates just drops. I don't.
Like, if Elder Scrolls 6, it's not a 100.
Yeah, I agree.
Endgame.
My Metacritic prediction for Starfield is a 92.
Yeah, I'm going 91. Wow. So we're all around the same. What about you,
I'm going 91.
I'm saying I'm gonna say it's between an 87 and a 90.
You gotta give it a number though. I wanna hear an actual number. Give it like 88, 87. 88. Give me a number. 88.
Yeah, you know what's gonna happen after launch, right? You're gonna have all these toxic gamers that launch. They're gonna go, it only got a 90. It sucks. It's worse than Elden Ring. So much better. Look at this, and it's like, play the game yourself and judge it for yourself. Don't look at these ratings. Play it for yourself. If you like it, fair enough. Ratings are what other people. Stop being a sheep. Go play it.
Yep. I mean,
you should go play Baldur's Gate 3.
No, I've formed an opinion. I don't like Baldur's Gate.
Final Fantasy 14.
Listen, you gotta play it and make up your own mind about it. You just gotta try it out and give Larian your $60.
No, what you both should do is switch games for a day, and then you both can.
I'm not playing the MMO.
If you don't like it.
It's not happening.
Who gives a fuck? Then don't tell Lexi to play Baldur's Gate 3.
This is different.
One's an MMO. It's different. It's different. It's different. Yeah, but Final Fantasy 14 is good.
No,
have you seen all the awards it's won?
One's
won so many awards.
One's an MMO, and one's one of the best RPGs ever made. I'm just saying.
So Final Fantasy 14 is an RPG first.
No, it's
okay. I have a question for you both.
Okay.
Is Final Fantasy 16 or Baldur's Gate 3 an over-the-shoulder third-person action-adventure game?
No, it's a third-person action storytelling game. RPG, simulator, cutscene,
and yours,
quest.
DeMarco?
What is Baldur's Gate 3?
Yes.
It's a third-person RPG.
So both of you shut up and play each other's games, or stop talking about it.
Nah. What's it?
Nah.
Oh, by the way,
Assassin's being a father right now. He's about to
Baldur's
ground
Gate
both of
3 is
y'all.
at 96. It's beaten Resident Evil 4 remake as for the top.
Wait, Baldur's Gate went to a 96 now.
96. It's just under Zelda.
So we had a conversation. I was in the party with Colt, Hargy, Zucker, Peter, a couple other guys yesterday, and we talked about this. And I said, Baldur's Gate right now, if you would have told me 6 months ago Baldur's Gate might be in the Game of the Year condition, I'd just laugh at you. Like, yeah, right, whatever. We're talking Game of the Year.
This game until last week.
I've known about it clearly from 1 and 2, but like this one, 3, I didn't realize it was going to come out so fast. I knew it was in that early list, but right now it looks like Baldur's Gate might be, having the potential to beat Zelda and Starfield out for Game of the Year if it keeps doing what it's doing. So. And
but do you think it'll beat Final Fantasy and Spider-Man as well?
Yes, I think it already has. I think it already has.
I don't know, I love Spider-Man, right? But I mean, come on, there's nothing special to a Spider-Man story. I'm sorry.
It's not, but I always say about the Game of the Year thing though is they have to throw a PlayStation game in there, right? And naturally, Final Fantasy isn't. I know they can throw Final Fantasy in there as a PlayStation game, but they're not. They're going to throw both of them in there. We're going to see Spider-Man 2 and Final Fantasy because that's what Jeff Keighley does. He them and the people in the background loves PlayStation more, so they try to give it as much look at it. So that's why I hate the Game of the Year as much. I hate the Game Awards. So and then you got Starfield, Baldur's Gate, and then whatever
Game of the
else.
Year is like a
Zelda.
meaningless title because multiple games can be Game of the Year depending on the outlet. So Starfield will probably still get a Game of the Year edition.
With that in mind, I know I asked this question earlier in the year, but now that we're closer to it, we're in August now. I think I asked this question back in May. Do you think that maybe this 1 year they actually might not have 6 nominees? They may have more?
Well, I don't think so.
Just 6?
We talked about this. I don't think so. They just don't go out of 6 because you would have to put at least 12 games in there, at least 10 to 12 games, and that's just too many votes.
I would not mind. That would
I wouldn't
tell me
either,
that everyone
but
recognizes the quality.
yeah,
I mean,
but
for God's sakes, everyone has a top 10 list already.
Yeah,
and we're not even halfway, and we're not even fully done with the year yet.
I would put Remnant 2 over every game I've played besides Star Wars right now. So I'd go Star Wars and maybe Final Fantasy 16. Like Remnant 2 is that good to me. I love Remnant 2. But somebody like Lexi be like, what the hell is this shit? You know what I'm saying? Or somebody like you, Assassin. Well, yeah, you see what I'm saying? Like it's one of those things where it's got to be all around. That's why 6 is perfect because all around more people will like Starfield than they would Remnant 2. So you can't get that in there. I hate Hi-Fi Rush. Well, I don't hate it. I just don't like it. Atomic Hearts, DeMarco. This is why we know each other. I don't like it. He loves it.
Remake.
Yeah, I love Dead Space, so I'm never gonna down that game. And Resident Evil, 4 is amazing. So you could put those games in there, but somebody might not like them. So it's really tough that you got to get those games that hit perfect for everybody when it comes to the Game of the Year thing. And I'm being serious. Mario Wonders is gonna be one of the Game of the Years. I'm telling you, Mario Wonder is gonna sell. I know it sounds stupid, but it's a Mario game, and Mario games sell.
Mario games always
that's
Nintendo
fair.
games. I feel like always kind of sneak their way in.
Yep.
They always
I think we're gonna get 2 on every platform. We're gonna get 2 PlayStation games, 2 Nintendo games. We're gonna get Starfield, and then we're gonna get an indie game. Is what we're gonna get.
Mac,
one of those.
what I can't wait for?
What's that?
I can't wait for when we're watching the Game Awards and we get to the family-friendly section and it's nothing but Nintendo games.
I mean, it naturally. But Wonders looks amazing though. I'm sorry, Wonders will win it if it's there. So, all right, well, let's move on let's actually get going on the show because we haven't got even started yet. 30 minutes in.
Yeah.
Did we not get started with Baldur's Gate 3, the greatest game released this year so far?
Yeah.
And shout out to
Starfield's
who is watching right now. Shout out to you. I love you. I'm sorry. I love you too, Mac. And DeMarco. And okay. Anyway, is there any other thoughts on Baldur's Gate? I'm gonna. Thank you.
You two keep having fun.
I'm gonna buy it as soon as
this.
I'm gonna buy it now. I even sold Zocker last night that I'd buy it. So I unfortunately I just want to play it, dude. It's like all I want to do. I've been thinking about it for 3 days now.
And that's a victory to the Baldur's Gate fanboy.
Yeah.
Oh, I just leveled up. Oh, dude, that got my heart. That gave me butterflies.
My
God,
boner has
that's
been
good.
leveled up. Sorry, okay.
I'm not kidding.
You've deafened me. I can't hear anything.
Oh,
That shit was
I
loud.
love
It was a
Dude,
little loud there.
Keep adding sound bites. I love sound bites. You have no idea how much I love sound bites.
What do you have a deck? Do you have like one of those little like decks that like a little soundboard deck?
I'm going to get one as soon as I get another monitor. It's a lot of. Jake said, "Who just leveled up?" Sheena. Hey, that's me. That's you. Yeah, that was amazing. It scared me. It literally.
Ain't that your what? Ain't that your girlfriend?
Yes, that's her, baby.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yep.
Yeah, she messaged me and she was like, "Are you okay? I'm really worried because you're so quiet this episode." I'm like, "I'm just making sure everything is going okay with the show, please."
Hey,
by the way, the stream's going
listen.
good.
When Red told us he didn't have a wired connection, we all made fun of him. Just remember that. I want to make sure everybody knows in the chat and in the future videos, Red should have done wired connection. He's being like he's playing AOL back in '98 here. Come on,
And that's
buddy.
the thing. Well, back then we didn't even. Well, I don't know.
We did it. I know, but it was just shitty internet, and you know that.
Yes. The thing is, Assassin said it perfectly. I outsmarted my common sense.
That's what I said.
Joking, so I just didn't even think. I was like, yeah,
I
fine.
said.
And then
I said.
8 months
That's what I
later,
said.
I'm like, right, I know you did. And then 8 months later, I'm like, oh shit, I'm not even wired. Even Colt was like, are you serious?
I said, how can you be so smart but do something so stupid? I said, that's so crazy.
You have utterly wasted so much of our time
Hours.
because of your lack of forethought.
I counted, DeMarco.
I mean, we're literally last week it was an hour and a half of our time wasted, and then I gotta leave. I'm going. Okay.
Oh, God.
It was exactly 3 hours and 12 minutes.
I am over here dying at the rate of 1 second per second, and I have been subject to this for weeks.
Per second.
Yeah, you think you're the only one that's been subjected to this for weeks? What about the rest of us?
Subjected it? Look, it was a fun ride, right? Like, we had a good time sucking. Everything was suck for a good while. Speaking of suck, 7% of people
I don't want to
love
know what
bears,
you've been
so
doing.
say that. Well, you can go. Don't go back and watch episode 26 through 28. Let's see. Yeah, 53%.
You need to put this, like, if you organize this into playlists, you need to put this as part of like season 2.
A shit show.
This is true.
This is
Season
the next.
one.
This is the next arc. If this were an anime,
season
this
two.
would be the second arc.
Yeah, it'd be like it's the filler episode.
No,
Just skip
season
these
2
ones.
starts when the
Right.
year ends and we get to January next year. That's pretty much how it's supposed to go.
You know,
That's
we're only on the first topic and we're almost like an hour in.
Yeah, it's fine. Listen, we run out of time. We run out of topics. We don't run out of topics and run out of time. The other way around. But you know what? You know what's running out of time? I've run out of patience. It's horse shit. I'm fucking mad. I don't even care anymore. This is this is one of those things where this topic that we're about to talk about is something that I was like, I feel stupid for being excited about something like this. I thought that I would have learned my lesson, just like Daughtry said. But I didn't. Red Dead Remake, Red Dead Remaster, Red Dead
I have a lot to say about this.
But Red Dead. My video aged so poorly, but I can't be mad about that because I was very excited. Very excited. Red Dead Redemption 1 got a PlayStation 4.
It's literally a port. So
It's just a port. And people go, why?
wait.
It
Actually,
didn't come to
technically,
Xbox.
it is a port with more languages.
Oh, there you go, baby. Can I get a round of applause for that? We got more languages. More languages. That way more people can learn how to play Red Dead in sign language. This is my favorite language. This is my sign to you, Rockstar. But listen, thank you. The thing is, and people say, why did it not come to Xbox?
Well, because it's already on Xbox.
It's already on Xbox. Yes, it's already there.
It's been on Xbox for years, and we can play it in 4K.
And it's 60 frames per second, isn't it?
I found it.
No, it's only 30 frames.
Let's pause for a second. I want to clarify.
On Xbox, it's 4K 60.
Yeah.
It's 4K 30.
And it's 30? I thought it was 60.
Yeah, it's 30.
Okay.
It's got spaghetti code.
Wait,
Actually,
remaster?
do you want...
I thought it was 60. I
At
thought
least
they said
it's
it was
free.
It's, no. Do you know why this port exists? Because they hired the team that was founded by ex-Rockstar employees that worked on the original game that left right after. That's why the port exists. It's the people that worked on the game.
It's an easy $50, man. It's an easy $50 for them.
You just buy it. It's like £25 on the Xbox store.
Yeah,
you can play it in 4K, crisp, like 30 frames, just barely any dip. On the One X, you might get dips, but on the Series X, no dips. It's flawless.
Thanks, pal. But yeah, pal says they thought that it was 60, but it's not. No FPS boost on Red Dead Redemption. Okay, well, thank you for. I swear that it was 4K 60.
People
I didn't know that. I thought when they did the thing in 2015 or whatever it was, 2016, they put it to 60. Then I didn't know that. And then
I don't think the engine can handle it because Red Dead Redemption has it takes spaghetti code to a whole new level.
We're talking
in the terms that
7, 8.
That's why we never got a PC port because the game code's just fucked.
Oh yeah, doesn't look like it's coming to PC if they're not bringing it now. So.
How they got it in the PlayStation 4, I don't know. It's the original team, so they probably knew how to work with the code.
Actually, I thought it wasn't the original team. I thought it was another team that was doing it that wasn't Rockstar that was doing it, I thought.
It's not Rockstar, but it's the original developers
it's
who worked on the game.
11 Studios. They worked on Fallout 7. They're currently
76.
the main guys.
Yeah,
on
they worked
76.
on 76 and a bunch of ports, but they were founded by ex-Rockstar employees who left right after Red Dead Redemption.
Jonas
so they did work on it.
Jonas just hurt me. He said that it's a spaghetti Western game. Oh my god, I can't believe this. That game is so good. How can you disrespect that game like that, Jonas? That's a disrespectful thing to say.
But you know what's disappointing?
Red, hang on. Fuck yours. Okay.
Look at my chat. I did not do this on purpose. I forgot the ages. I said literally was tinking the same ting, man.
Yeah, well that's because you're stupid for saying it. That's why.
No, I literally thought that whenever Lex brought up the spaghetti, and then I typed it in as fast as I could. But I literally was tinking this. I'm gonna get canceled. But look, the thing is, you think that they would have? Okay, so there was a rumor.
Okay, I didn't mean to click that. I was just clarifying that your shit is bullshit. Okay, go ahead, clear.
Thank you.
DeMarco's opened up some shit for me because I forgot how to do it. I'm like, let me go look at it real quick.
Yes, I love it.
My poor is.
I don't care. There's some fun ones in there too. But look, the thing is, so there was a rumor that, and it turns out this is apparently true, that GTA 4 and what else was it? GTA 4 and
Red Dead Redemption, the original.
It was Red Dead Redemption. Okay, yeah. That it was getting like a big redo or whatever. GTA 4 got canceled right after the fiasco that was the definitive edition of the those games. So then instead they just took all their resources and said, screw it, we'll just release Red Dead up-resed on PS4 and Switch and stop wasting time. People are gonna hate it. But then they're still charging $50 for it, and that's sort of like the slap in the face. That's sort of like the big issue.
Rockstar isn't the same company anymore. Many of the heads, like GTA 6, like the focus is going to be online from day one. There's going to be a story mode, but don't expect anything to do with it after. Once the online mode releases, it's going to be dead in the water. They did it with GTA 5. And they did it with Red Dead Redemption 2. And they're gonna do it with GTA 6 and Red Dead Redemption 3. I'm sorry, I know it hurts.
Well, yeah, Max Payne. They already announced they're gonna make another LA Noire sequel, a Max Payne sequel. So they're gonna do it with every one of those games. So yeah.
Wait, what? They're making an LA Noire sequel?
That's what.
Yeah, it's yep. Mm-hmm.
Send me the link to that because I didn't hear about that. I heard they're redoing Max Payne. From that Remedy's doing the remakes, but I didn't hear about it.
I will find it and I will send it to you. Yep, I will send it to you.
Max
They need to remake table tennis. Like, come on, that was the game engine they have now. That was the original game. The engine they used for Red Dead Redemption was built for table tennis. That is the true Rockstar experience. It was made for table tennis. We should get table tennis.
Remember Agent?
No.
Remember they had this big ambitious game called Agent. And then they canceled it.
You know,
it was going to be a magnum opus.
that page was up until like 2021, and I started to point it out, and then they removed it. I don't know if that's a coincidence, though.
I like the fact that
Jonas
none of
says
you
talk about
just
Max
want-
Payne.
I like the fact that none of you want Bully 2.
Bully 2 is not going to fly in this PC world that we live in now. So
PC.
not PC as
Oh
in
my
years,
god.
but
What?
yeah,
What do
people-
you mean? What do you mean?
Come on. Look,
What you mean?
I've said that I would love a bully game where it takes place in college and you have sex. No, I'm kidding. But like it takes place in college and there are some more, I don't know if you're going to be playing as Jimmy Neutron again, but that would be it would be cool to at least have like we don't want to be like in elementary school like Bully 2 the prequel, like kindergarten bully. Slamming little kids' heads into the little alphabet blocks.
Gotta give them wet willies, man. You gotta give the wet willies.
Wet willies, baby.
Gotta dish them out. Well, you gotta give some
Exactly.
noogies.
Right,
Hey,
some
Red, I have a
noogies,
question.
some swirlies. Yeah.
Wasn't that agent game like a stealth game? I'm just looking now.
It was supposed to be a PlayStation 3 exclusive, announced in 2009. Did it release? No, but the website was up for like 11 years. So,
Hey, Red.
it just said coming to PlayStation 3 for 11 years, and even the PS5 was going to come out, and it said coming to PS3, and it's like, oh boy,
Yes, it's
I can't.
Just a quick question. If Bully 2 actually became a reality and there was an online feature, do you know how much fun it would be to drag someone, me, you, and Mac online,
Down the
drag
hallway.
somebody, a random player, and stuck their head in the toilet?
Yeah, we got Mac dragging them into the bathroom. They start to get away. Assassin tackles him to the ground and grabs him by the foot, drags him into the bathroom. DeMarcus just standing there taking in-game screenshots the whole time.
But how would it? Because if they did a Bully 2, they would want to do an online mode. So how would that work? You have to like. Is it just school simulator? Just go and play Persona at that point.
Yes, go play Persona. I have an announcement to make. Real quick.
Like that's school simulator, but at least you won't have like random online players dunking your head in the toilet.
That's true.
You're
Instead,
trying to
have
go to class.
dunking your head and other things in that game.
You're literally hiding in lockers from players. That'd literally be the whole game.
I would love that. So let me
That'd
have
be
an
okay with
announcement to
that.
make. After a year of taking my time, Bushido, who isn't here right now, last night something incredible happened. I finally finished Persona 5. Credits rolled. So did my tears down my face. I got the best ending, and it's behind me now. And I feel a little empty. I just wanted to announce that because
We got Starfield in a week or like 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
yes, but
Yeah,
it's one of those like
Persona
you
3
love it, you love
remake
something
next
so much,
year.
and then it's Persona 3. You're right. Yeah. Well, everyone has been telling me to not look forward to that because I was bitching on Reddit about how hard the final boss was, and they're like, "Oh, wait till you play, wait till you play 3," and I was like, "I'm not excited anymore." But I'll still buy it. Anyway, I don't want to get off topic. Rockstar, Max Payne. Jonas says talk about Max Payne. I actually do want to talk about this real quick since we're talking.
I
about
never
Rockstar.
played Max Payne.
Neither have I.
I'll
Dude.
tell everybody, man. Max Payne 3 Online was literally the only game that, like, I've never enjoyed a game outside of like a first-person shooter in Gears of War that I've enjoyed as much as that. I'm being serious. I played that game for at least 100 hours minimum online. I just enjoyed it that much. I literally bought it on the PC like last year, and I played it for about another 15 or 20 hours before I stopped playing it again. But man, I love that online. It's so good.
Yeah, like whenever
I don't
so
know.
what they did is that the tech that they used was something like whenever you're aiming at someone and you're going, they had like this cone, like a cone vision, and whoever was in that cone, you were both in slow motion if you activated it. But
It works
it
so
like,
well.
worked. It's
Yeah.
crazy. Like it's crazy how it works. No,
And the thing about that game is in 2012, that game was barely like, you look at what they can do now with that. Like, we're talking 10 years later. It's probably going to be at least 15 years before who knows when they start developing the Max Payne 4 or whatever. Clearly that's going to have an online mode too. Like, it's going to be crazy. I can't, when that might go in the next generation, if you look at it. So I'm telling you that online was I've just enjoyed it so much. And I always said, Grand Theft Auto Online is fun and stuff like that, but you got like, I don't know, it just doesn't play like it plays great, I'm not going to say, but it plays so much different than the way it just was so smooth and that campaign was amazing. If you go play the campaign, 3's campaign was just unreal. Like that shit was nice. I don't know.
I
love
know
Max.
two things about Max Payne. One, it stars a man named Max Payne. Two, he can jump to the side and go Matrix mode.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's it.
Yeah.
Red, just want to point this out.
Yeah, Jonas says
yeah, it was
what
not
he meant
literal.
to say. The inflection that I had was completely wrong. The way that I said it was talk about Max Payne. The way he actually meant it was talk about Max Payne. Am I right? Like that's what he meant to say. And I am just a gullible little baby.
Well, we're talking about it. Get over it. You're gonna listen to it. Okay. All right. Sorry.
Listen. I played Max Payne 3 last year for the first time.
Yeah.
And I think I told you guys about this. I was mad because they don't allow. I looked it up online. It wasn't like a bug or anything. They disabled screenshots and video recording on the game for some reason. So
Really?
I'm doing all the. Yeah, you cannot take screenshots or any video in that game whatsoever.
Must be a license thing or something like that.
It might be
Yeah.
because like at the end of Persona, for example, last night I'm at the end of the game and it won't let you take screenshots or video, and they did that because they didn't want people spoiling it. And I was like, I get that, but anyway, super kind of off the topic a little bit, but really weird. Gray Monad says another developer bites the dust. Acid Wizard Studios to close indefinitely. Acid Wizard Studio? Who's that? Who is that guy?
I will look it up. You guys keep talking.
Okay, but yeah,
They make Darkwood and like a game called Darkwood. It's a horror, like a horror. They do horror and stuff like that.
Okay.
Darkwood.
Okay.
Darkwood.
I was trying to think of a pun,
Damn.
but I can't think of anything appropriate. Darkwood.
Damn.
He says Darkwood. Andrew showed up. What's up, bro? Thank you for being here. And everyone hit the like button. I don't gotta tell you guys. Look at that. We're matched up with our likes and our audience. Thank you guys so much for being here. Have a great time.
Also I want to just bring up some things about I don't know if we're circling back, but I want to bring it back to the $50 price point. If
Yes,
yeah,
okay.
we kind of got thrown off a little bit.
Yes.
Yeah, sorry.
Because so one, we all know it's BS, but I was just looking at some stuff about it, and Strauss Zelnick, which we all love Strauss because he's completely ethical and loyal and loves gamers and not money.
Yeah.
more
Wait,
than us
Are
at
you
all.
talking
Exactly.
about the Take-Two CEO, or are you talking about the German guy from Red Dead Redemption 2,
Yes.
Take-Two
who's a
CEO.
money
Take-Two
money
CEO?
Okay. I mean, their
Um,
professions are quite
yeah,
similar.
Morgan.
You know, they con people out of money.
He said IGN asked him about the price point, especially because it's free on backwards compatibility, and he said that's what we believe is the commercially accurate price for it. And this is in lieu of on July 31st. There's articles that were written that Take-Two executives are going to be doubling their pay next year, or this year, excuse me. So everybody pay $50. Pay your $50 for the backwards available for free game, because Strauss needs another Tesla, and
needs
you
another
are
Wait,
you would
what-
be
why-
selfish to
What-
not
what-
let
double
him
their
have
pay,
his
plus
bonus.
there's
What then?
You buy more microtransactions in the basketball game so he can afford.
You know what they're doing, right? It's literally
He's-
why there's a writer's strike going on right now.
He is struggling.
Except it's in the movie business.
He is struggling and he needs your help. So buy microtransactions and spend $50 for a 10, 12, 13, 14-year-old game, 15-year-old game.
Here's what you
Very
do.
old. Yes.
Here's what you do. You go back in time and you prevent him from having a career. The end.
The fuck? What?
We could have said that about Hitler
Alright.
too, but here we are.
I'm.
Well.
Just kept
I
him in art
mean-
school.
Yep. Yeah, I love it.
But then we wouldn't have
I
learned
didn't mean to make
anything.
it dark. I'm sorry.
We
I love
wouldn't.
it.
We wouldn't have learned anything then.
Yeah, I'm sure our grandparents really loved the lessons that they learned during that time,
Oh.
thanks to Hitler.
I think
Hey,
so. Monad
And
just
so anyway, Strauss is
Strauss Zelnick. Yep.
Strauss.
Let's move on.
So they're getting raises as they charge gamers $50 for a ridiculously old game, as they were one of the first adopters of $70 games. So it's all around. It's all around good to, they love, that's what's appropriate, because they love gamers. so much.
Right, because they love us so much.
So
So
much.
everyone go out, spend money, play the game with little to no significant
think.
changes. But
Don't think, just buy.
Languages.
I've heard
Assume.
people make the arguments that it's got remastered textures, but do you know what it really is? It's because if it runs in native 1080p, right? Everything, all the models look really clean. Whereas you play on the PS3 and it's playing in like what 668p because the PS3 port sucks. And then you're like. I don't know, like the textures, they look all blurry because you're playing in a super
be clear-
stupid resolution.
Yeah, to be clear, this is nothing against, because I even saw, like, I had recommended tweets come up on my feed that were, like, the people working on this game, and it's, like, it's no disrespect to them, you know, I'm sure they're working hard to do what they're supposed to be doing, which is making, you know...
It's an achievement in
stuff.
itself.
Yeah, like, they're doing fine, it's nothing against the developers, it's just that is not a...
It's not worth it.
It's not a 50, like, it's a Take-Two decision, and it's ridiculous, and they should be ashamed, and nobody should buy this. Nobody should buy this. I don't care if you want to play it. I don't care if you love Red Dead. Play Baldur's Gate 3 instead.
Play Baldur's Gate 3. You can put your money.
It's
Baldur's
$10
Gate
more
3
dollars. It's
is
$10 more dollars a new game.
$59.99 plus tax.
And it's a new game that came out this year and has more love put into it than this. I mean, not the original Red Dead. I know there's a lot of love in the original Red Dead. Than what they're offering here with this updated thing. And it's just it's come on, dude, don't.
You
buy
know,
this.
I see this port being an absolute cluster truck at launch. I see so many problems with it because the spaghetti code's probably like, you know.
I think it's going to be just
Worries
as
to
bad,
thank
maybe
goodness.
even worse than the GTA Definitive trilogy.
It's not that
Honestly.
I don't trust the developers. It's just I know that game has had history of being a poorly developed game. Like, right, I need to preference what I mean.
Mhm.
Great game, but internally, if you lift up the hood to say it's a car, the engine is just, I don't know. It's like some custom engine that you've never seen before. Nobody's ever seen. You don't know how it works. It just is a pile of mess, and it somehow works.
Okay, look.
Yeah.
Listen, and Monad says Microsoft cuts $1 Xbox Game Pass monthly trial to 14 days. So essentially cutting it in half.
I think that has a lot to do with people keep making new accounts and then just doing the $1 thing. So I think that has a lot to do with that. And listen, everybody here has Game Pass. We all pay the $15 a month or whatever it is, $6.17. Hey, I have 3 years of it, so I don't even need to worry about that. I feel bad for anybody that's. If you don't have Game Pass at this point, then what are you really doing? Like, it's just, if you own an Xbox or even a PC, like, I feel like you kind of have to have it at this point if you play video games. No, I do. There's so many good games coming out on it. You have to. I mean, I don't see why not. I don't think you should. If you ain't gonna play Starfield, then I don't think you should have it. But I mean, there's still games out there that are great that they add to the thing. So.
You made it seem like if you're not gonna play Starfield, you don't deserve to have it.
Well, you don't deserve to play it. Then you don't deserve to buy it. Go somewhere else and own a PlayStation.
I'm not doing
Okay,
anything
right.
on Game Pass. I'm not. I haven't
Do you
had
pay
Game
for it?
Pass in
Do you
like.
pay for it?
No.
You don't pay for it. So what do you play? You just
He
play just
doesn't-
Baldur's Gate. You're just gonna play Baldur's Gate for the next
No,
7
I
years?
just buy my games. I just buy them.
Who does that? This is 2023, man. Come on. we
I
can buy
do.
games
I've
online.
I've
Because I
never
wanna-
found value.
because
I've
I
never
do
found
too.
value
I
in
mean,
Game
I have a
Pass.
whole list of guys, a whole
License
box
to
of
rent
games
the
over
game.
here.
I've
I wanna
never found
pay full
value in
price
Game
to have
Pass.
to lease the game.
Well, look,
There's value
this
in
is-
Game Pass for other people. There's never been value for me. I played the Mass Effect trilogy on Game Pass, and that was it.
Yeah.
Well,
See, some people just don't, but I feel like it. I just feel like, but at this point though, everybody's already used their free trial. Is what I'm more saying. Like, if you haven't at least tried Game Pass at least 1 month, you're definitely like weird. Cause come on, like this is more just of them stopping people from making new accounts every month and like pretty much
wonder-
abusing the system.
I wonder, like, Game Pass is still like obviously Game Pass is a great value. I'm not arguing against that. But what I will say is, I wonder though, the 14 days for a video game does not. I don't know if that's long enough to Because obviously the point of a trial is to kind of show you the benefit, to get you to get hooked on the service, and you're like, I actually really need that. So I wonder, obviously people are still gonna get Game Pass, but I wonder if the 14 days is actually worse for it, because then you won't have long enough to experience. Let me download 2 or 3 or 4 different games, and I'll have time to dive at least a little bit into each of them, and then I'm just used to having it, and then it auto renews, and now I'm locked into Game Pass because a couple of games that I'm playing.
But then they entice you. You've got 14 days. You won't be able to play them all, but they'll tempt gamers in. They'll say, you know what, I like this game. I'd like to play more. Oh look, from my free trial, I can get a discount on the full thing. Why don't I just buy it with a discount while I've got this free trial? Like they're going to entice people that way.
It's like having like a phone game or something like that. You know, you ever see those
It's
like
15-20% off just because I've got this free trial of Game Pass. Yeah, I'm going to buy this game. I like it.
Yeah, so what I was going to say was that there was I talked about this a couple weeks ago or whenever it was. I'm letting my Game Pass run out, especially because Starfield's coming out, because I felt the need to sort of put my money where my mouth is. I love Game Pass. I think it's amazing. I think for me personally, I have found that I'm not playing Game Pass games. And that's because of the type of gamer that I am. I'm usually stuck on one thing for a long period of time. Game Pass is really nice for trying things out, especially jumping on the hype train for something that's brand new and everyone's talking about it, and you're like, let me jump into this and try it. I don't have to spend any money. But it does feel good to buy a game. I'm still buying physical games. You guys know that with my steelbooks and everything. And I bought Starfield too. Purchased it. Got the steelbook. Got the premium edition physical with the steelbook and all that too. There is something to be said
Premium
about,
edition.
Like, who it's
true fans know it's called the Constellation Edition.
No, there's a premium edition, and then there's the Constellation Edition that comes with the.
Get wrecked!
The ankle
Get
bracelet.
wrecked. You said it comes with a book and stuff.
It does. It comes with a steelbook.
Yeah. So there's a smaller edition of the premium one that doesn't come with it. Wait,
there's a physical premium that just the steelbook.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Steelbook.
I
there's
didn't
only
know that.
The DLC.
She's about to look it up. Oh shit! Let me go. So pretty much, it's a lower. It's somebody that's going to play it through Game Pass or something like that. That's what it's meant for. It's somebody that's going to play it through Game Pass, but they want the physical steelbook, the little whatever comes with it. There's like 4 things that come. I remember Red hounded me because I got the bigger edition. He's like, dude, let me just have your steelbook. I beg, I'll buy it off you. I'm like, dude, I'm not.
You guys
I haven't
remember
even.
this? Yes, I was like,
he begged me for
somebody's dick to get this.
He did pretty.
book.
Whoa, what the fuck?
Yes.
You don't
Tell
say
me-
that.
tell me now.
You don't say that on a live, bro. No, saying.
Has anyone here ordered the Vasco statue? Now I have.
I don't have that rich money, man. I don't have that rich blood.
I'm just saying, I have to get the Vasco statue, and you know why? Because Vasco is my beloved.
You're gonna take the Woody toy from Toy Story, take his hat off and put it on Vasco.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that so much. Oh my god, DeMarco, that reminds me of, you know what that reminds me of? Cowboy hat.
Baldur's Gate.
Baldur's Gate.
I want to add on to that though. See, I'm a little weird about the Game Pass thing. See, I bought 3 12 months, and then I did the rollover thing. I added 3 12 months to my account. I let my Game Pass run out, did the 3 12 months, and then just bought 1 month of Ultimate, and then kind of rigged it where I had 36 months of Game Pass Ultimate for the price of $160. So I kind of rigged it a little bit now. So I might be in the same boat you guys are in a little bit. If it was that case, maybe I would have paused it maybe during the Starfield time, because clearly, like I said, I'm not going to play probably anything outside of Starfield that first like 2 weeks unless 2K is really good. But I doubt it, because
It's funny because what I also did is I gifted a bunch of some things went on sale, and I gifted a bunch of games to a couple different people, and that got my points up. So I started saving my points. I was trying to get a $25 gift card on Microsoft. And why can I hear myself? Assassin?
He's Assassin.
always assassin
with the echo.
He's always echoing every time.
I think he muted his mic is what's happening. Is that what?
Assassin, echo if you're peeing right now.
Fuck. Anyway, I'll
You could
keep
just
talking.
mute him for
No,
a second,
I
and then when he When he's yeah, you can. Oh, you can't move. Oh, there you go. He muted his mic. Oh,
There
you're
we
good.
go. Okay, thank you,
Yeah.
Assassin.
Taking a poop probably.
Fuck, Assassin! What the fuck? What was I saying? I was saving up money because I have a backup plan with Starfield. The premium edition comes with the early access code. Okay, it doesn't come with the physical edition. It comes with Steelbook premium access code, a patch that I'm literally gonna sew into my flesh, and something else. Oh, the DLC digital upgrade, the skins and whatnot. But if that game does not come physically that day, I've literally saved up Microsoft reward points to pay for the digital upgrade. Because the digital upgrade doesn't mean that you own the game. It just gives you early access, meaning my physical disc that I've also bought still is valid, and I can use it. I am a psychopath, I know. Starfield is love and life. Oh, bless you. But let me see. So look, that's the whole show. Goodbye. No, I'm kidding. Let's see. What else? What was that? Oh, this is a huge thing. Everyone in the world is talking about this.
Huge.
Nintendo Super.
Oh.
Nintendo Flex.
I thought you were
Can you talk about
gonna.
Red Dead?
I thought you were gonna mention Modern Warfare 3. I was like, I didn't care about Modern Warfare 3.
Oh, that's after that.
That's everything. We'll talk about what we don't care
Boil
about.
the
in a minute.
topics.
Yeah.
Good
It's
job,
in the
Lexi.
title.
Good
it's
job,
in
Lexi.
the
You're
title.
ruining everything
It's
like
in
normal.
The
Yeah.
It's in the title.
It ain't Final
is it the
Fantasy.
title?
She don't want to talk about it.
So, yeah. So Nintendo Switch 2 or whatever is supposedly been rumored for late 2024. Long time coming. This console has been out for 7 years now. Is that right? 7 years?
It'll be 8 by the time the console even thought of.
What are they gonna call it? Because they can't call it the Switch 2. Or are you gonna have?
It's gonna be this.
2.0?
It's gonna be the Switch Pro or the Pro Switch, one of the two.
Super.
Or-
I think Switch
or-
Super would be cool.
Yeah, but I mean
Yeah,
the Switch is outdated. They'd be better just making a whole new console. Like that, honestly, because the Switch
Well,
developers
I don't know
are
if they
complaining about
pivot
it.
the design too much, though. They would change the hardware, but they're not gonna pivot the design of it. They're just
Design
like-
works. It works.
And I think
think-
that
Yeah,
people have
but I
become
mean,
so
like, if
acclimated
they
to
call it-
like, they're just used
If
to
it's
it
a
now.
sequel and it's a next gen console for Nintendo, then if they call it Switch 2 or something along that, it's going to be Wii U 2.0. And the Wii U failed because they named it poorly, and they
Yes, 100%.
marketed
The
it
naming
poorly.
convention was very, very confusing. They pulled an Xbox. The Wii U, they're like, so what is this? Like the new version, or is it for me, or is it for you? I don't know who this is for.
Well, I think that's
yeah.
why you call it the Switch Pro. People would understand that the Pro would
I
be better
agree.
naturally. I think the Pro would not, or a Super Switch or something like that. It would be and Assassin's Dead. His whole country's blown up. But
yeah, but like, can the regular Switch play these new games?
sorry, I'm not laughing
no.
at you, Lexi. I'm sorry.
Because then if you call it a Switch Pro and the Switch can't play these Switch Pro games, then you've just made a confusing name convention.
Oh my God, DeMarco, that was perfect fucking timing. I'm not gonna. I'm sorry, Lexi. I know you were talking. I was listening to what you're saying, but when he timed that perfect, I was like, "Oh my God!"
He said, Assassin's Dead, his whole country's blown up. Woohoo!
I was like, "What the fuck?"
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can.
yeah.
He's alive.
Oh, we can
Oh,
hear you,
God.
Assassin.
Yeah. Oh man,
Oh
what time
my
was
So,
that?
so Mac, did you talk about Red Dead Redemption?
I did. I don't care. Listen, I'm not buying it. I'm not. There's nothing to talk about. I own it already, so there. That's all I need to say about it. Hey, if you don't own it, good for you. Pay the $50, but you're getting suckered. So wait till the bitch is cheaper, is what I'd say.
Oh,
right.
well, since Red forgot to ask yours and my opinion, the last two topics, so
Yeah. What the fuck,
Well,
Red? I don't care.
Red Dead.
I'm having fun.
Not gonna buy it. So
We
Yeah,
do
'cause
jump
Red-
around
Red-
a lot.
yeah, well, Red asked Lexi and DeMarco about every topic. He asked you, Mac, about almost every single one except Red Dead, but he hasn't asked me about any opinion at all.
Woohoo!
Damn.
So I'm
Damn,
like,
Red.
Listen, I haven't
Yeah.
even
Did he forget
jumped
I
to
exist?
I haven't jumped to anyone. Period. What I've been doing is letting
Yes, you
people
have.
talk. No, I haven't. I haven't jumped.
You jumped to DeMarco
anyone.
every single topic.
Yeah,
I
what the
literally
fuck,
have
DeMar?
proof.
Oh, DeMar, I think
No,
you don't like
this
you,
is
bro.
bullshit. This is bullshit. What happens is I'll ask someone to start, and the All right, Assassin. Let me just. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna fucking put a sticky note on my wall right here that says "Ask Assassin and Mac." Thank you, everyone.
No, what you need to do is you need to have a notepad to your right and then cross off our names as you ask us.
It won't stop.
No, I know the problem. I know the problem is that Assassin is the only one not on camera. And so you need to get a sticky note, tape it to your monitor where Assassin is, and draw a little face so that you remember he's there. Because otherwise,
Wolf's making me laugh.
Leave, and as soon as Mac leaves, it plays the Dark Souls "You Died" noise.
Stop! I had to back out. I was like, let me get out of here.
Mac, you have no idea.
Damn.
The timing. So Lex pulled a DeMarco. As soon as you dropped out, she played the Dark Souls death noise. As soon as you dropped.
Hold on. Here. I'm about to watch it.
Oh my god, that was so funny. That was like perfect timing. Oh my god. Assassin, I love you, and Mac, I love you. I love you both. I'm sorry. I let the conversation roll. Oh, sorry.
Dude, it was perfect. It was perfect.
Always happens. Whenever Lexi and DeMarco are both here together, you forget me and Mac exist.
Okay, Assassin, calm down. Assassin, listen, I need you to put your pants back on. Don't. I know you're excited to talk.
You're ready to say pull them down.
I have shorts on. You shit.
Put your pants down, sis.
But what?
Hold up. We'll bring it back. No, we'll bring it back. We'll bring it back. So
let it roll. Let it go. Let's let it roll, baby. Let it go.
we got the Nintendo Switch Pro is coming.
Okay.
So well, hang on, Assassin. Red Dead.
Not worth the $50. Don't buy it.
Good.
I can't wait to see your video on it, Red, though.
Oh, I'm making a video for. Yes, so excited. I'm glad you're excited too, Marco. Oh man, that video, what a perfect. I'm glad that I got it out like this close to where the bad news came out. I'm like, aren't we all excited, everyone? And then it's like, wrong, you're wrong. I actually had someone comment today and be like, you know what to expect? Well, actually, you can expect nothing because today they announced. And I was like, thanks, man, for the info. I had no idea.
Section.
Yeah, exactly. And I was like, thanks,
well,
bro.
I made a video about like be excited for Redfall, and if you actually watch the video, it's like me trying to be supportive of the game leading up to its launch, talking about here's the things I think, I know there's a lot, because at the time you had all the bad press, like IGN's lousy gameplay, just things that were going wrong for the game, and I was trying to take the other perspective, which is like, this is why you should stay positive about it. And then my immediate next video was the review, which I gave it a 4, but all the comments on that video after the release of Redfall was just like, this aged poorly, and there were like 30 of them, all the same exact thing. I was like, just, guys, I get it.
Yeah, that's what I said to the guy. I was like, that video aged poorly, didn't? With a bunch of smiley faces. But in reality, I was really, really sad for that person. But I don't really think people understand the impact. But those people have no sort of moral compass whatsoever. But look, Mac doesn't care about Red Dead. Assassin doesn't care about Red Dead. We're upset, but look, what can we expect? It's modern day Rockstar. It's sort of like the same transition that we had with BioWare. It's like, it's not the same BioWare. It's not the same BioWare. We're hoping that they make a sort of a comeback, trying to step in.
They're not going to make a comeback.
We're going to see if that's what happened to Bethesda after 76.
I'm sorry.
I am so tired of your shit.
Oh my gosh. Yes, it was one bad game. They have like 70 others that are amazing and 90s on Metacritic.
And it's not even
the first online game. It was their first online game.
And it was.
This is what happens.
Assassin. Listen, buddy. We gotta have a talk. All right, we gotta have a chat.
Do we though?
It's fine. It's fun. They had one.
Screw the other topics.
It's fine.
Let's talk about Starfield.
I mean, to be fair, Fallout 4 was pretty average.
Fallout 4 was not a good. No, it was a good game. Wasn't a good Fallout game. Was the weakest of the Fallout titles, but it was a good game, independent of Fallout.
Weakest? Have you heard of Brotherhood of Steel? Have you heard of Brotherhood of Steel? That's like the worst Fallout game.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, we're going. I mean, the mainline titles. Mainline titles.
So, how dare you not include Tactics? Tactics is a masterpiece.
And Assassin, by the way, we're totally. Assassin, we're just picking on you. I understand.
Yeah, no, I expected it.
Your pessimism and your skepticism and your all the other isms that you have.
Hey, look at it this way, Red. If Starfield comes out and it smashes expectations, then you'll never hear me say anything about it again, about Bethesda, ever again. Unless they screw up in the future.
That you called Mac Matt, and it was the funniest thing ever.
Yeah, I remember.
I've got a question, everyone.
What was I?
You were there, remember? And Assassin was like, "Yeah, I don't know how you feel about this, Matt." And he was like, "Mac, and then you were like, "My name is Mac Q." Remember that? It was a long
I've got a
time
question
ago.
for you all, and I've
No, I
never. This is a serious question.
So much dumb shit happened during this podcast. I couldn't tell you what happened.
That's the Renegade Realm podcast, baby. This is what we're here for.
What is the grimacing emoji? I don't know what it is. Is it like awkward, like, oof, or like, is it a smile?
Cringe. No,
Is it like
it's
cringe
not a smile.
face?
It's like yikes, like ugh.
Okay, I thought it was.
Yeah. Confirm, Arcane. Welcome to the chat, bro. Thank you for being here. Confirm that, Arcane. Do you agree with that? Do you agree with that? Yeah.
So Switch.
So the Super Switch is coming out. I don't have a Switch. I don't play Switch. I don't play Nintendo games. Not because I don't like them. I just think no offense to anyone. I just think I've grown out of that happy, fun phase. I like dark, gritty, serious stuff. I don't know.
No,
I can't.
It's the fact they don't have a third-person, over-the-shoulder action-adventure game.
It's called Mario. Thank you very much.
Okay, let's talk about this Switch. Well,
I want to start it then, since we brought Mario up. I think Mario Odyssey 2 will be the launch title for this console. Well, it does. It's in its pants.
Italian, baby.
Here's my question.
I will say that's going to be the launch title. I will say that.
I like serious question. Like, they can't call it the Switch 2 because if they do, it's going to be confusing. They can't call it the Switch Pro because it's going to be confusing. Right? Can the Switch play Switch Pro games? If not, then don't call it the Switch. If you call it the Switch,
you're
doomed to fail.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I'm saying the original Switch. Can it play the new games?
Sorry, go ahead.
Because if it can't, then if you call it a Switch, then you're gonna have a Wii U 2.0.
Wait, hang on. Let us ask.
Yeah.
Okay.
Two things to Lexi's point. One thing, I would be completely shocked if Nintendo didn't have a backwards compatibility program, considering the past generation, Microsoft and Sony have shown that backwards compatibility is a good thing. So if if they do not have that for this next console, I do agree with you. Do not call it a Switch. As for what it should be called, I think Red was kind of on the money. I think it'll be called the Nintendo Super Switch.
Yeah, I think so too.
As long as they make it distinctly clear that this is not the same as the original.
Yeah, this is a better.
The original.
Yeah.
If they do not have backwards compatibility, I can imagine Twitter will not be a good place for Nintendo fans at all.
I literally talked about it on Umbra's podcast this last week and on Thursdays when I think 8 o'clock his show is. I literally said, if this doesn't have BC, we're gonna have a problem, because you know how much people have spent. Like, this generation has been long, right? We know this generation has been probably the longest in Nintendo's history, and it's people nowadays want that. They don't want that I can't play my old games. It's gonna happen. There's no way in hell it's gonna happen. If they do, I think, I'm not gonna say they're gonna listen. People are gonna still buy it. It's Nintendo. They just sold 130 million Switches. I mean, it's gonna sell. So
you have a ketchup packet in your hand?
It's actually a hot sauce pack. I just found it on the table. I was like, what the hell? I literally been just messing with it because I've been controlling my hand. So it's just been. I had Taco Bell last night Sunday night for dinner, and I just seen it on the phone. Like, what the hell is that doing there?
I think it'll be the end of Nintendo if they.
I don't think it'll be the end of it, but I definitely think that they're not going to sell
because
as much as they would.
if you go back, the Wii, one of the best-selling consoles of all time, if not the best, next to the PlayStation 2, and then after the Wii U was that big of a failure that they would have gone bankrupt, and and the previous console was the Wii. So I think they definitely could crash and almost die from a failure.
I don't think they will die, but I think they will be much closer to death than they were with the Wii U. if they
Well,
don't
with
have
the
that.
Wii U, they were very close to death. Like, if they didn't get the Switch
let's
out.
see. If they were 5% close to death, I think this would put them at 2% close to death.
Yeah, I'd agree.
Yeah. And concerning launch titles, Mac, I know you mentioned Mario Odyssey 2. I heard a rumor back then. Isn't that team working on a supposed 3D open world Donkey Kong game?
No, that would be the Tropical. I think the Tropical Freeze team that's doing is that's a different team that's working on that Donkey Kong game. They're working. I think that's the team.
All right.
That's the team that's working on Tropical Freeze. So.
Do you think that Metroid Prime 4 could be a launch title?
That could be one too. Yes. I was thinking about. I thought about it after I said it. Yes, that could be one too. Yeah.
I mean, they did say they want Metroid to be a big franchise.
It's going to be think about it. You have it on both systems, right? You have it on the Switch. You have it on the Switch 2 or Pro or whatever you want to call it, right? Or the X or whatever they're going to call it. Yeah, I think like kind of like they did with Breath of the Wild, where they did with the Wii U. It was on both. It was on both the Wii U and the Switch, and they could probably do that with Metroid. So, or they could do that with even Mario Odyssey too. I mean, the biggest thing that I'm reading on this is. This is naturally as good as an Xbox One. So we're talking a 2014 system, right? This is unfortunate. This is what Nintendo does. They don't push the oh, we need it to be this 4K shit. They don't push that. We know that their market it sells for a reason, right? So they know that all they got to do is just upgrade it just enough to get it where it runs better. But the thing that I hate the most about this thing is because they're not putting an OLED in right off rip. This is what the rumor is. It's going to be an LED screen. It's going to be just like the first Switch that we had. I think it's just more of the thing was they'll wait 2 or 3 years like they did with the Switch and go, oh, look, we have a better screen, remarket it for $50 more, resell it like they normally do. Nintendo just does that. That's what they do best.
As long as it's got the upgraded kickstand.
There needs to be a better one.
They're not doing the OLED because they want to make sure that they...
The price has got to be good.
Switch,
gotta have a good price.
Yeah, but some people pointed out that maybe they're not going to do an OLED screen this time is because they want to put that money towards more powerful hardware.
Well,
what would you rather have, a better screen or more powerful hardware? Because I know what I would choose.
I would choose the hardware and a better battery. That's like the biggest thing is always having a better battery. You got to have a better battery.
Absolutely.
We were at 4 to 6 hours on the first Switch, right? That's bad. But it's not, because if you look at the ROG Ally, you look at the Steam Deck, they're anywhere between 2 to 4 hours if you put them on a low resolution, low thing, right? They don't last that long. You got to have a pack. The Switch is between 4 and 6, depending on if you have your brightness so high, whatever. You need something that's in that if you're gonna have a low resolution 1080 and stuff like that, you're gonna want to make sure that's above 6, right? You want 6 to 8, maybe even 10. I think putting more into the battery is the biggest thing. Figure out how to make a battery last longer. Yes, you can't make it this huge ass battery pack on the back of it like a 360 controller, but they got to figure out a way to do that. That's my biggest thing, is make the battery last longer. So I don't have to worry about plugging it in every freaking 4 hours if I'm going to play handheld.
I think it's going to be chunkier for that reason.
I think it will be when it's all said and done. Mm-hmm. And I think that we're going to get, and I realize that OLED only really matters if you have it in handheld. Right, that's all it matters. So naturally, an LED screen is fine if you just put it in a dock and play it on the screen. So it's only been the LED screen.
You can get a regular Switch from launch, plug it into your dock. If you've got an OLED TV, you're playing an OLED anyway.
Yeah, so you're already playing it. So yeah, naturally you don't have to. That's saying you don't have to. There's a little bit. It's kind of beneficial where it leads, like what their marketing is going to be. Are they going to have this, or what do they look at? Where do they see that is more positive with it? Am I gonna buy it? Yes. There's no give. I'm a Nintendo guy. I love Pokemon. I literally sent a chat in the thing earlier talking about we should talk about a little bit about Pokemon, but clearly we had Assassin crying about, oh no, but no, I'm just joking.
Unless they remake that Zelda train game, unless they remake that Zelda train game, I will not buy the next gen Switch.
The train game,
the Spirit Tracks.
I don't know.
Like if they bundle that with Phantom Hourglass, they were DS exclusive.
Oh, you're talking? Yeah, it's a DS game. Yeah.
They continued the Wind Waker
I think they'll announce soon. I don't know when, but I did a call this Pokemon Direct last weekend, by the way, or the week before. I remember saying it. But I think they're gonna announce a Twilight Princess, the one that's on the Wii U, and the Wind Waker. for the next Switch and all that too. I think they gotta have BC, man. I'll tell you, if they don't have BC, I'm gonna be pissed. I'm gonna tell you that right now, because all the money I put in this freaking system, and then you're not gonna give me at least somewhat. I mean, I get you. After a while, you might have to upgrade your Switch, clearly, because you're gonna have to, just like you would have to do with a Series X or a PlayStation 5, just to run a little bit, the next generation. I understand they do that, but they still need to have some type of backwards compatibility for the games that are out until that point where they say, okay, it only works on the higher end Switch,
I'm concerned because I've just thought of something, and I can totally see Nintendo doing this. They have Nintendo Switch Online, right? And they could make it so if you want to play your old Switch games, you've got to use their service instead, because they might use a different cartridge slot for new types of cartridges, and they might justify it that way, and then everyone's going to uproar. It's like what you say.
Didn't even think about.
I'd be handing out the pitchforks.
That's the thing.
It's Nintendo. Like, they're stuck in the 2000s, but this is just.
They better not do that, because then Microsoft and Sony may get the same idea.
Do we think that the backwards compatibility program will 175,000% be tied to a subscription?
It better not be.
I'm going like 80, 75, 25.
But
that's a bad look. It's not $12. It's $20 a year or $30 a year. No, 30. Is it 20 or
it will
30?
keep going up. The thing is, they when they added Game Boy Advance games, right? Did they add Game?
I mean,
think
PlayStation does it.
They added Game Boy Advance games, but they didn't add any of the cool Pokemon games, like.
Yeah, so the day they announced a Pokemon game to come to that, Pokemon trading card, not Pokemon Yellow, not any of the good ones. I'm
pretty sure Pokemon Stadium went on.
Yeah, today also. Yep, today also. Yep. Yeah, it literally went today. But see, that's different. That's Pokemon. That Nintendo Switch is with the expansion stuff. That's with the add-on. You got to pay $80 a year for that. So that's a little different. You got to pay the 30 plus another 50 if you want those games, or you want certain games or whatever, like the 64 and the GameCube. So you might get half the games. Nintendo has a weird marketing thing with that shit. I don't know. My brother pays for it, and I'm just at it, and when he pays for it, I just send him the $40. That's how I do it. So
soon, what they're gonna do is they're gonna add GameCube games, and then they're gonna add Wii games. Then they're gonna add Wii U games. But I bet they're gonna add DS games as well, because I bet they're gonna advertise, hey, play these DS games. But because I'm on if you emulate it, not that. Emulation's legal. Saying that. But,
it's a Nintendo.
Exactly. But you try and play a DS game, it's still pixelated. It's only 3DS games you can unpixelate. So what you get is we can depixelize and anti-alias all these games for you. For our subscription, you have to pay us, and we will do this for you. Yeah, and that entices people to go and play it, because they're offering something that the PC version is. That on PC it's hard to. There are some software, but the software I've ever used, you can't get the anti-aliasing, because it's all jaggy, because the DS didn't have anti-aliasing, because it's a DS. It has the power of probably a potato.
Random question, and I don't know why this popped into my head, but it is Switch related. And I'm gonna direct this question mainly to Lexi. How would you feel if next year one of the games on this next gen Switch, whatever it's called, how would you feel if, just like with Xbox, Square Enix brings Final Fantasy 14 to the Switch or Nintendo console?
14, and it's an MMO. I just can't see it.
Like, what do you think it would be a good idea to put it on a handheld though?
An MMO, it's pointless. Like, unless you've got an internet connection all the time, why would you play an MMO on the go? So, like, Raid Shadow Legends. Sit in a chair.
Maybe I just want to play on my bed.
You play on your bed. It's coming to Xbox soon. There's the beta. There'll probably be rewards. I mean, it's the same. Like, what if they brought ESO to Switch? Like, and
didn't they plan to do that though?
Well, the devs said, I think the devs said the Switch wasn't powerful enough to even run it. And
okay.
it's
Grey Monad in chat says, I've heard Nintendo devs don't want back compat.
exactly. Nintendo's stuck in the early 2000s. They were stuck in the 90s, but they kind of came out the 90s. But they only went into the next decade, so they're still 20 years behind.
I mean, if Square Enix can change their spots, then I'm pretty sure Nintendo will have to. I mean, they're going to have to. If they don't announce a back compat with this next gen console, whatever it's called, there is going to be tremendous backlash from everybody. Even people who don't necessarily play Nintendo will be pissed off about that.
I mean, for the Switch, as successful as it is, technically, at launch, it only ever got 7s, like, because of the battery life and all that. And it just wasn't that powerful. Like, it was getting pretty okay reviews. But now it's this ultimate hyped, thing. Like,
yeah, the leaker said that this next-gen Switch is apparently as powerful as the One X or the PS4 Pro. At least that's what they've said. I mean, we know how powerful those consoles are. We've played on them for,
I don't believe
8
they're
years
fitting that
before?
in a handhold, to be fair.
Yeah.
I mean, the Steam Deck's pretty powerful.
Yeah.
That runs RDNA 2 and stuff.
But that's not as powerful as a Series X.
Not Series X. I thought...
No, I
No,
said
they were
One
talking
X.
about the One X or the PS4 Pro.
Oh, the PS4. Sorry. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, I said the Xbox One X or the PS4 Pro.
Gotcha.
I mean, it might be able
Yeah.
to somewhat come on the level of Series S. In terms of... It depends. If they're going with NVIDIA again... NVIDIA ain't doing CPUs at the moment, so they'd be at the mercy of the whatever Tegra processor, how powerful they get. If they're still using Tegra, they might have gone AMD, I don't know. If they've gone AMD, then that could explain why they're emulating old Twitch games, because they can't run them natively, because it's on different hardware.
You say Twitch games?
Twitch games, not Twitch games.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Does anyone remember when you could actually... There was a Twitch launcher. You could play games through Twitch. Anyone remember that?
Yeah, then that all went away. Thanks, Amaranth. Sorry.
I'm pretty sure that was a thing. I remember getting free games on the Twitch launcher or something.
Woohoo!
Damn.
YouTube needs a launcher. I want to play DeMarco Dude, the
more
Adventure
launchers.
Boy. The Adventures of
Yeah,
DeMarco Dude.
Even I agree. I remember that for me, this started back whenever I was trying to do the. Oh God! Remember back in the Dragon Age and Mass Effect days, you could do the world state. So you would have to go onto the Origins launcher and build your save back up that way. Remember this?
Yeah, thank God they made it a website now.
Yeah, that was a fun time. Yep.
Oh, sorry.
Do you care
no,
about
I was just
Switch
gonna
right- Oh, no, yep.
Sorry. No, I was just going to reply to Jake earlier on about, like, they're a $1 billion company and they should make games better than Scarlet and Violet for Pokemon. I agree, but the thing is, Nintendo underfund the Pokemon games and rush them out because they don't care about the quality, because they know even if it's a pile of dog shit, people will buy it because it's Pokemon. It's the biggest IP in the world. That's literally why they do it. It's sad.
Yeah, but it's ironic. The hardcore Pokemon fans, from what I've seen, they complain the loudest about the quality of Pokemon games, but the casual audience just does not give a damn.
Nope.
Yeah, that's what most things.
Nintendo don't care. They're putting in the minimum amount of effort, because no matter what they do, Pokemon's going to sell.
That's
why they sell two different versions of the same game.
No, do you know why they did that? Because they want you to buy both copies, so you can get every single Pokemon. That was the whole point. Is they lock some Pokemon to one version and then the other, and then you have to get both or have a friend to transfer and catch them all.
Can you guys? Can you all imagine if Rockstar decided with GTA 6, there was the Jason version and there was the Cynthia version, or what's her name?
Lucia.
Lucy, I was close.
Lucia.
And you had to buy one or the other to play as one of the other characters. So people would be buying both. People would be buying both only because of the pedigree. Because people are so obsessed when they hear GTA. It's like GTA is like the same as saying video game.
Shut up! Stop!
No,
it's true, DeMarco.
Don't give him ideas.
No, because they've already done it. Rockstar have already
I'll give
done
him
it.
ideas. What if Bethesda does the same thing with their games, where if you want to play as a certain class?
Hey, shut up!
Bethesda, do it.
Do it, Bethesda! I dare you.
Like Rockstar's done it
$70 if
before.
you want to play a sniper class.
Rockstar's done it before, you know. GTA 4, it's split into 3 stories. You've got the Lost and the Damned, you've got the Battle of the Gay Coney, and then you've got the original. And they all
like
interconnect.
about
By the way, it's not me.
You got to play all 3. They baited us in the past.
So let's quickly. Is anyone else have any other thoughts? Assassin, I asked you first.
Yeah, you want to know what I love about this episode so much, Red? We're talking about a success story with Larian and Baldur's Gate. You know, they're reaching one of their, hopefully, many future peaks. And then the very next topic, we talk about how far down Rockstar has gone.
Right, yeah, dude.
It's just
that's a good point.
With the death of one formerly favorite studio, we talk about a new one that's coming up and showing everybody how it's done. Like, what the hell?
We didn't even talk about how Larian is so proud of. We spent so much time on this game. The game is done. The game is done. $60. We're looking for quality assurance, rather for you to be comfortable with your purchase, bringing in more quantities of buyers rather than the longevity with microtransactions. No microtransactions. They're like, we don't believe in.
And they made
shit.
8 times. They made 8 times more sales than they were anticipating.
Yes.
Did they announce if they were going to have DLC at all?
No, they haven't. They've said this is our priority is the game. That's the current statement. When you have
fucking God.
they want to my understanding they'll probably do something similar like Divinity, where there's a lot of post content support. Like Divinity even went as far where they did release now I only got into Divinity when all of everything was basically said and done, but Divinity, they released a kind of deluxe edition later on that included some of the most popular mods that were released for the game, but they kind of made them official and integrated them into the actual stuff. And there were some free things that were added. There were some paid things that were added. So I assume they'll do something similar here.
Yeah, that's
very much like CD Projekt Red in that way, and Witcher 3.
And Bethesda. Bethesda did it in a little more. I mean, they
did it for Skyrim and Fallout a little bit, but
yeah, like the fishing creation club, that kind of stuff. They did it.
Actually, speaking of Bethesda, have we heard anything about the Fallout 4 next gen update?
No.
It's gonna come in tandem with the TV show, I guarantee you. If they've waited this long, then they're going to. And I'm normally the type of person where I go against that. I say, because you could have a situation like Indiana Jones. Everyone was saying, well, they're going to start marketing Indiana Jones because the movie's coming out. And I said, no, they're not. Because what happens when the movie flops and now you're trying to promote your game and everyone has that sticky, icky, disgusting taste in their mouth from
right.
They have doo-doo mouth from
Did the movie actually flop?
Yeah, it did really bad. It did really bad performance.
Was it actually a terrible movie? Like,
it was an unwelcome return for Harrison Ford. It was a poor send off. They should have ended it like years with the trilogy. That should have been it, and they keep dragging it out. And this was more.
Thankfully, Disney said this is the last one. They don't want to do any more.
Yeah, good.
Star Wars is the.
But so I'm always against that kind of promotion. But I think in this case, it's actually very, very true. I think you have some really great talent. You have Todd Howard, who's very selective about the projects he works with. That's why there's no Elder Scrolls show. And so I think the show's in good hands with Christopher Nolan's brother. And then you'll have the next gen update coming in tandem.
Perfect. Listen, we have 16 minutes to talk about Modern Warfare 3.
I
Coming
played
already.
the original.
What's there to talk about?
I played the
Wait,
original,
what's their
okay?
time now?
And do you know what the most memorable thing about that game is? When the Eiffel Tower collapses right in front of you. That's like that's the one iconic moment in that entire game. I don't remember the rest
that
of
was
it.
dope. Yeah, I'll never. That game. Listen, stop this. Stop this. Modern Warfare 3. The next Modern Warfare 3 is being.
What to talk about?
If the Eiffel Tower doesn't blow up in
DeMarco, to be fair, it's a video game.
Because that was the coolest scene in the original.
Oh, it's a video game? Oh, man.
It's a video game. Woohoo! I love it. I'm so glad I added that.
Yeah.
Yeah, baby. So Modern Warfare 3.
I wanted to ask real quick, who the hell added these?
Modern Warfare 3 is
enough of that.
coming.
Enough of that one.
Who added these soundboards to
Some piece of shit.
douchebag?
It's all red.
Okay.
100% red. I added the level up sound.
Which I love, by the way. I love it so much. I wish. Listen, I don't have control over sound bites. I want more of them. I love them so much. Chat, let me know if you like sound bites. If not, I don't care. I'm still gonna do. Yes, fantastic. Exactly.
What's the red one? It says red.
Don't click that.
It's not
Do
working.
Do not.
Don't
do
click
not.
It's not working.
Don't. I made it not work. I made it not work.
Okay.
Yeah, because I was trying to delete. I was like, it's the. That literally sounds like DeMarco, doesn't it?
Okay.
Does the go back to the scared scream? Doesn't that sound like DeMarco? DeMarco, can you do an impression of that? Dude, your voice goes too so high, it like cuts out.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
Yeah, baby. Chat, let us know, is this good content? We can do a whole show with nothing but this. I love it. Yes. Yes. I feel like our show just leveled
that
up.
moon is actually there orbiting the planet. Yes, you can visit it too.
Fantastic. Todd, level us up.
How can I be of assistance?
I'm so scared.
Alright. There's nothing to talk about with Modern Warfare. They announced it in the most anticlimactic way. But the thing is, it doesn't matter. No, it doesn't matter because you have the Modern Warfare, like the Call of Duty audience, and no matter what they do, it's a game that will every single time, 10 out of 10 times. I just see the tail wagging in the background. 10 out of 10 times 11 out of 10 times every single time, no matter what they do with Call of Duty's marketing, everyone who needs to know will know about it, and it's going to get a ridiculous, insane budget that'll go towards that, and the game's going to sell fine. So all that was announced was the release date, which is coming November
10th. Yeah, November 10th.
10th?
So there was something else added into that, DeMarco. See, there was more to that trailer than people think there was. There's a phone number in the trailer, right? I know it leads into a weird thing. There's a phone number, you call it, right? Or you text it. I don't know if you call or text it. An unknown caller calls you, right? Or whatever it is. It's like a voicemail. They say something or whatever. And then you hang up, and then it texts you, and you have to reply to it or something like that. And then you hit yes, and then it sends you a picture of like this map, which is like a war zone map of where these nukes are at on the map. So it's something that's a little tedious because it like shows like the digital, like kind of like the sound wave, kind of like when they're talking. There's a phone number in the back there. I don't know the phone number. I don't care. It ain't that important to me. But I know there was more to the trailer than just November 10th, and it's
Gotcha.
it's stupid, but it's
they're
something
trying to
that,
get creative. I can appreciate that they're trying to get creative with it. I can respect that. I like it's like when the Batman came out. I don't know if anybody knew this, but the Matt Reeves Batman movie, and if you went to radalada.com or El Radalada, because that was the website that they showed in the movie, WB had actually bought that website, and there were a bunch of like Riddler themed puzzles that went on for a while, and it kind of did this whole thing that was teasing some other stuff. It was really neat. So I like when companies it was cool. And now if you go to it, it says now if you go to it, it says the website's been confiscated by the GCPD. So it's still
my
like live
God,
in that
I love
sense.
that, dude.
You know,
Do you
in
remember
20
that
years,
whenever CD Projekt Red did the same thing, but CD Projekt Red went above and beyond. They're like, please hack us to get this like, little bit of information, and they went above and beyond with that, trying to decode all the stuff that they were leaking on this Lexi. Go ahead.
Yeah, so that's fun. The one thing I will say though is Call of Duty. I would have just waited to reveal the date in a more spectacular fashion. Personally, I think you've kind of ruined that moment a bit, because now you could show the first gameplay trailer when it's ready, and then you have the release date at the end, and everyone goes, "Oh my God, it's that soon!" and they get all excited for it, because that's what Bethesda typically did, right? They wait till a month ago to talk about their game and coming out in November. And now the window's even shorter for Call of Duty. It's wasted up. It was a bit silly to do it this way.
Silly,
so I think maybe
crazy.
Gamescom they might throw a little slipper in there on the 23rd. They're doing like a little like an opening show. They might kind of like maybe hint to it there a little bit more, because I mean there's nothing really from now until November that you could think of. So that, or they're just gonna do it on their own, but I doubt that. So we'll see.
if they don't have the Eiffel Tower scene, I will not like care.
Well, it's a
at
different
all.
Call of Duty, so they're probably not gonna.
Yeah, but it's a remake of Modern Warfare 3. Is it the remake or is it like the?
It's a whole new campaign.
It's a
whole new role.
reimagining. So that they will have homages. They'll pay.
Yeah,
homages
Modern
to
Warfare
characters.
3, like the whole marketing campaign was World War 3. Like literally the M flipped around. When they were advertising the original, I remember this. It said World War 3, then the first W flipped over, and then it said Modern Warfare.
Yeah, it's not. It's just yeah. So the 2019 last year's Call of Duty, whole new campaign. But they brung some people back, and just they need to remarket and resell the same thing, just like everybody else does, because people want these characters that are there because they've been the iconic Modern Warfare characters, and most of them
I
died,
want Ghosts.
so-
I want Ghosts too. Like that cliffhanger. I've waited like a decade now.
Well, I think
I'm
we
waiting
might
on
get
it.
that later on. We're talking 5 years from now, so
So
maybe
literally they
4.
sell up a sequel and then they go, oh, let's not do a sequel.
Well, because it's what it is. People, they get bad reviews, and they did it with Vanguard. They did it with World at War. All these newer Call of Duties, Advanced Warfare, Infinity War, all those games deserve some type of sequel. But because they got such a bad negative thing at the beginning of launch for their campaign, that people they move on from it because of that. So
Ghosts
this is why
itself was weak, but the campaign was pretty alright. The campaign was probably the best.
I think every
thing, like-
campaign's good for them, no matter what the game is. They all have good
But
sequences and stuff
with
like
Ghosts,
that. So.
the campaign was too short. The Alien mode, like that was just it replaced Spec Ops. I would have preferred Spec Ops over an Alien mode trying to copy zombies.
Yeah.
If they kept Spec Ops, I think it would have lasted longer. Honestly.
Yeah.
Assassin, do you give a fuck about Modern Warfare at all?
I only care about the campaign. I've been hooked on the Modern Warfare campaign since 2019. Loved the one from last year.
Yes.
That's all I really care about. I mean, multiplayer is good for me for like the first couple weeks, maybe a month. But that, I don't know. I mean, it's November 10th, right?
Yep.
That Modern Warfare 3 is coming.
Yep.
November 10th.
hey,
That's Fallout 4's birthday. Ooh. Oh, it's Fallout 4's birthday.
Okay, Call of Duty. I mean, in my opinion, I'm glad it's not coming in October. Thank fuck for that.
Yeah, that's what I said.
I mean, it'll have to compete with Super Mario RPG, but those are two completely separate fan bases, so it'll be fine.
I don't
I'm just
remember
gonna
the
play the
last
campaign.
time Call of Duty was cool.
And that's it. A lot of people from the community, from who I've talked to, say 2013.
Black Ops.
Cold
Black
War
Ops
was
2.
amazing.
Modern Warfare 3,
Oh, we're talking about-
Black Ops 2, that era.
Black Ops 2
Black
was
Ops
like
2 and Modern Warfare 3 is
amazing.
that era.
You could customize your campaign. It had the USS Barack Obama as a ship. You could do the whole campaign with a death machine. It was amazing.
But the
Yeah,
last
a lot of people
good
say
Call of Duty was World at War.
2007.
Black Ops. The numbers, Mason. What do they mean?
World at War.
Yeah,
OG.
Red, remember that conspiracy theory that I told you about a few months ago? How after
what?
Sony got the marketing rights, that Call of Duty took a nosedive in quality?
Because of the numbers, Mason?
Oh,
Do
what do the
you
numbers mean? What do the numbers mean, Red?
do you reckon Microsoft lost the contract because they were too focused on fixing the Xbox One stuff?
No, they lost it before that. They lost it before it.
Well, no, because they had it up until Advanced Warfare, and it was announced that like after the next gen consoles came out, I think.
Microsoft lost a lot of goodwill when the Xbox.
And
One
I think
was
Microsoft
revealed.
was like, right, these contracts
From
we have,
every
we've just got to
publisher.
focus on our studios and games.
Because I guarantee you, it wasn't just us it wasn't just the fans watching that presentation. The rest of the industry was too. And once they heard or saw that Microsoft was drifting more towards TV, oh DMR, it's $100 more. I guarantee you, a lot of studios and publishers were like, nope. Might as well stick with Sony then.
Well, see, this was the original idea for the Xbox One, and this was the original idea. Why was it weaker than the PS4? Well, because of the Kinect for one. But another reason was, the idea was, you'd always be connected to an online connection. So what does that mean? That means cloud-powered. And what does cloud-powered means? It means a bunch of the processing will be done in the cloud, therefore making the games better than the competition. But this backfired, and obviously then the game suffered as a result because, well, Don Matrick was like, I'm going to recreate the Titanic.
Multiple reasons. $100 more than the PS4. It was weaker than the PS4. They forced you to buy the Kinect along with the Xbox One. Huge focus on TV.
Well, the
what
focus
else
on
am I
TV
missing?
was only in the reveal. It was the reveal that was the problem. If they just showed games at the reveal, it would have done better.
Yeah, that was a huge thing. They didn't show any games, and they even mentioned that.
Because
that documentary they released last year, they thought, oh, well, we're going to be showing the games next month. The gamers will know that we're still going to put them first. It was too late by then. Sony destroyed them.
if they came out the
day
gate, they would have
before
been fine.
If they had
Hey,
just
let
shut
him
up and
talk
shown
first.
the games first.
Yeah.
No, it's fine. It's just Microsoft lost so much goodwill on that one. All it takes is one fucking bad day. And that was their
One
worst
bad day.
ever. It was.
Yeah.
It's 12 years late. It's 10 years later, and they're still dealing with the consequences of that day. Still, after almost a decade.
Yeah, it was
Actually,
bad
it's been
enough that
longer than a
Microsoft
decade.
was already in third place most of the time, right? Microsoft has been in third place for 20 years. You know, naturally in the video
They
game
were so
atmosphere.
close during the 360 era. They were so close.
Yeah, they made, the original Xbox did really well. The 360 did amazing, even with all the bullshit with the hardware. And then they brung that out. And I will say that I bought I have original Xbox packed up in one of these boxes over here that are behind me in the closet. Like, I still have mine. I went to the game store an hour after that show and went and pre-ordered mine. I looked at it as well. I always play online anyway, it doesn't matter. But I could see from somebody that that might be a casual, they're like, oh, what the hell is that shit? I don't want that's too much. I'll just buy a PlayStation. So you can look at it. So that probably ruined a lot of things too. It's unfortunate. Call of Duty, but we need to get back onto the Call of Duty thing so we can end the show.
Well, let's just actually end the show. Unless there's any more thoughts on Call of Duty, I think we've made great timing. We nailed all of our topics right in the butthole, which is just such a great thing. every time we do it.
Jesus.
DeMarco, how do you feel about this?
It's not Bethesda. He
There we
doesn't care.
I was waiting for
DeMarco's got one thing on his mind. Baldur's Gate 3, Baldur's Gate 3, Baldur's Gate 3.
And you know what that makes him feel like?
I feel like he's
the
going to
sound.
go and do something in his bedroom tonight.
I thought
Yeah, it
somebody
sounds like he's about to
somebody
cream
was
his
gonna
pants.
play. Okay, I thought somebody was gonna play the soundbite of DeMarco whenever he's playing Baldur's Gate 3.
Woohoo!
No, this is him when he plays Baldur's Gate 3.
Oh, yeah.
That's the one. That's literally DeMarco. This is actually live footage of DeMarco playing Baldur's Gate 3 live stream last Thursday.
Oh,
Can you play that
yeah.
again?
Oh,
That's-
yeah.
Yep. And I was going, DeMarco, calm down. Your mic's not muted. DeMarco, please. Please. It was great. It was a great time. So speaking of which, let's see, Lexi, thank you so much for jumping in and joining us.
I do apologize for interrupting people. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
forgive me.
Listen, it's totally fine. I'm glad that we all have a different cadence when we're having conversations, and I appreciate you being so appreciative of everyone else's appreciation.
My
Lexi,
mum
what
can't
else?
even shut me up. My
Is
mum
she
can't
right-
even
Is she
shut me up.
behind you right now? The cleaning?
No, she's
I like how you
she's
looked.
in her bedroom.
You're like, Mom. What are you gonna be playing besides Final Fantasy? You gonna be getting anything else this week outside of gaming, or just
Well, I've been trying a bit of Final Fantasy 11 as an intermediate. You know, the other MMO. More hardcore, pre-WoW. You know, the hardcore stuff.
Okay,
It's like
nice.
it's like moving from cocaine to crystal meth. I don't know.
Okay, that's kind of a big jump. It's kind of a little bit of a. Okay, nice. Well, good. I'm glad that you're broadening your horizons. You're going to new fantasies. They're never the final one. Assassin, are you going to be doing anything other than Final Fantasy as well this week? You get anything else? Any games? Anything outside of gaming?
Well, see, the thing is, fun story from my real life. My vehicle has been in the auto shop for the past week, so I'm stuck at a relative's with just my PlayStation. I was supposed to be playing Jedi Survivor, but nope. I'm gonna finish 7 remake and then Diablo 4 it is until
Nice.
I get back home.
Is this the same car that you wrecked? You ran over that old lady a couple months ago?
That is not the one. That's the one that DeMarco used. I think it was last year.
Okay. I got you. What kind of car do you have?
Toyota Sienna.
Okay. What is Sienna in Spanish?
It's a van.
Is that
It's not Spanish.
is Sienna not Spanish?
That's not Spanish. Just because I'm Mexican doesn't mean that everything I own is Mexican based.
Oh,
Christ's
how
sakes.
could you assume?
There went our
thought
300
Sienna-
followers.
That's like
Alright,
that's
listen.
like saying that's like saying Lexi only eats and drinks cookies and tea. That's just fucking terrible.
Well,
Does she
actually,
not?
in Britain, we don't have blood. We actually have tea flowing through our veins.
Right.
True story.
Dehydrated.
Yeah, true.
That is true. Yeah, they have tea. We had Americans have coffee.
Well, Americans used to have
Right.
tea in their blood when they were
Yeah.
British. But what they did
And
is
then we threw it
they
off the ship.
they took the Native Americans' blood and they like injected it into themselves, making them true Americans.
You got red being racist and assassin digging the grave. So I just want to put that out
Me
there.
digging the grave.
Yeah,
I'm
you were
putting
just
red in his place
you were
by assuming
you were
that just
adding
because
to
I
it.
drive a Sienna, that means I must be Mexican everything.
But then you brought Lexi in this, like, the cookies and the tea thing. It's like, why?
Yeah, I'm
why bring
comparing
Lexi
about how
into
bad
this?
it is.
What does Lexi have to do with the Mexican comment?
Well, you and DeMarco and Red are Americans just like me. Lexi's the
Are
only
we,
British
though?
one here.
You're
You've been
making some pretty
American.
big assumptions here.
Yeah.
Oh, so you're British, DeMarco? Let me hear your British accent, motherfucker. Let me hear it.
Why?
I swear,
Go ahead.
Why can't I be multicultural?
He's a good actor.
What?
Why can't I be multicultural?
Okay, fine. I want you to say hello in 10 different languages. Go.
What is that? What, 10?
You're
What?
multicultural,
dos, tres,
motherfucker.
cuatro, cinco, nueve,
You say
cinco,
That's
cinco,
one
cinco,
language.
cinco.
He's counting the numbers.
Sorry,
That's one accent.
He's just doing the numbers.
sorry, I was coming close. Mac, what are you going to be getting? You going to be jumping into Remnant 2 with Bushido?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I'll play with Remnant with Tim for the next day or so, depending on it. I've been playing a little. I also meant to say I've been playing Modern Warfare 2. They brought the FAMAS back. I know that sounds so weird from Black Ops 1, and it's so good to
The
pick up. And it feels,
FAMAS.
yeah, they
Oh,
brought
the
it
gun that
back.
runs out of ammo, like super
Very
super
yeah,
fast.
yes. You killed like 3 people in like a half a second because how fast it shoots.
I only know
Um,
that because of zombies. It was a terrible gun.
Yeah, for zombies, yes, I would say that. And then playing Atlas on Thursday. Like I said, I'm hoping for a rain day on Thursday. I doubt it. When I want the actual rain day, they won't give it to me.
Forgot
But
to end
really,
that
that's
poll.
up.
Whoops, there we go.
I'm
Just,
gonna pray that he gets snow.
Nice.
Did you just say the snow word, motherfucker, in the middle of
Yes.
August? That's like a bad word
Yes.
up here, bro. When you talk about it before even November, it's a bad word.
Now it's because now I'm from Texas. Now I'm supposed to know what the customs are in Chicago. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but global
Why do I
warming,
feel so
you
violent
probably
today?
are going to see snow in the middle of August. Look,
This
warning,
man-
You
y'all.
never know.
This man said I was
Fucking
being.
weather here in
I was just
America is
saying. I was just saying it wasn't a bad word. It was a bad word. You're talking about hating you and shit. Like damn. But anyway,
I don't know why I feel so violent today. I don't know.
You woke
Red
up
meat is
and
the
you
wrong
chose
button.
violence.
you need 5 minutes in the bathroom and your pants down, like Red said earlier.
Exactly.
But
Yeah, take him down.
I don't know. Are we doing our outros too, like what we're saying our thing is, or just whatever? I mean, I don't know. I'm here. You know, you guys all.
Well,
Everybody knows where.
DeMarco,
I think everybody in the
Does,
chat has
does,
my name.
does
so.
anyone have any upcoming content plans, like, or what have you got planned for the foreseeable future?
Well,
I was thinking
let's-
actually
let's-
about-
Let's take that to DeMarco. DeMarco, what are you playing? What upcoming shit do you have? Can you talk about it? Are you under MDMCA PFDA?
I'm under just the PFA, not the NDMCAT. But
Oh,
no, coming up. I mean, what I really want to do is there's a lot of people. Obviously, the two things on my mind right now are Baldur's Gate 3 and Starfield, right? I cannot wait for either of them. Well, can't wait to play more Baldur's Gate 3. Can't wait for Starfield to come out in less than a month. And so I don't want to do. I think the next thing I'll be working on is not necessarily a everything we know. Like, you know when people do those prepare like what to know before launch, and they kind of just summarize all the information that we already know about the game into a nice, compact, easy video. I don't want to do that because that's already going to be done. Tons of people are going to do it. So I want to kind of just do more of a what I think is my style, where I'm talking about things that you should know about the game that aren't related to necessarily. It'll touch on some of the basics, but it's not related to here's the factions that you can join and here's the customization and here's the perks. It's more like things along the lines of, you know, don't be afraid to play it your way. Don't look up guides. You don't need to look up guides. It's a Bethesda game. It's a sandbox. It's a sandbox open world. Do it your way. It's things of that nature. So I'm looking forward to pumping out some more Starfield content as we get closer to launch. And then, of course, every Thursday you can catch Red and I streaming, even after Starfield launches, Baldur's Gate 3.
Wow.
And we host it both on my stream and on my channel and his channel, so you can see both perspectives.
Y'all are not gonna invite Matt back now? He's getting it on PC.
You getting it on PC? Ooh.
Well, yeah. Why would I buy it on my PlayStation? It ain't coming out till next month.
You can do it every Thursday.
I can do anything every Thursday. I can't do it. I just can't do it back-to-back days. I always tell people it's hard to do it back-to-back days with a child, so and a wife. So she'll yell at me if I do it too much. So yeah. And now Red is.
Getting it on my PS5
Yeah.
for Christmas.
What'd you say about a PS5?
I'm getting it on my PlayStation for Christmas because fuck that. I'm not gonna choose between two RPGs as big as Baldur's Gate or Starfield. I'm gonna stick with Starfield because that's what I was planning on doing. Baldur's Gate 3 is on my radar now, but it's too late. I'm picking Starfield over Baldur's Gate.
You could have your cake and eat it too.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't have I have Armored Core 6 and Immortals of Avium to worry about too, DeMarco. What the fuck are you
Armored
talking about?
Core. Okay, sorry.
Okay, just because it's not Pokemon Affords it.
Listen,
doesn't mean you
Pokemon
can
has sold
bash
how
it.
many copies? How much has Armored Core sold? Okay, carry on.
All right, Wolf. What have you got planned for the foreseeable future, near future?
I'm making a Red Dead video because it'll be very short and sweet. And to
I'm
the
a part
point,
of it.
And Mac will be in it. So
I
that'll be fun.
cannot wait to hear this intro because I gave you an idea and you're welcome to not use it, Red. But if you do, I'll be like, oh god, what have I done? I should not have given him that idea.
It was the idea of talking about it in general, and I was like, I am upset. Why would I not be upset? So little teaser there.
Yeah. Yeah, you can be
yeah.
passionate about the things you're talking about. I mean, if you don't, people will think you're just a shill.
Exactly. So I got some stuff
But
coming
you're
up.
not.
I do want to make at least 2 videos for Starfield before it comes out. I just don't have a whole lot of time. So there's that happening. So we and DeMarco, as he said, every Thursday we'll have Baldur's Gate on my channel and DeMarco's channel. You can find his channel in the link in the description below. So that's what's going on. That's what's going on with me. Did we miss anyone? Anyone else got anything going on, man? Or, is it time to...
Yeah.
Hey, Red, you still working on that Tekken 8 video later on?
No.
Oh,
no,
yeah.
actually, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be I'm gonna be trying to curate news videos at least for. It'll be like it might just be once a month, to be honest. Just things that are happening lately. Unless something breaks huge, I'm trying to do those kind of things. But No one really knows it. YouTubers say this a lot. It takes a long time to put together these videos. You don't understand how much work, how tedious it is, and how much time it takes to put together these videos. So I do what I can when I can. DeMarco, you know how it goes. Lexi, everyone, I'm sure, who has done it, they know how it is. So.
All I want to say is your videos are very good, and you need to keep up it.
Aww.
Like, I'm sorry, your videos have been. Yeah. I'm telling you, you keep it up, Red. You will be at 100,000 subs. I'm telling you, bro.
Jesus
There's no way in hell. I'm telling you and DeMarco have like a good thing going, man. You guys just keep it up, and you guys have such good videos, man. Both you guys do.
Yeah.
DeMarco's is always funny. I'm sorry. There's been a couple good DeMarco's videos that's been funny but I just think you guys are doing a good thing. You know, I wish I could get into it like you guys. I want to so bad. And I always think, man, I wish I could help out with you guys, and I wish I could figure it out. But like, it's tough, you know, with my personal life, you know. I mean, I know it takes a lot of time, but the only thing I think would best for, you know, you guys just keep that up. And God, like I said, your guys' videos are great. And Red, I mean, I've seen the comments in your comments, man. The people are like, dude, how do you only have like 250 subs? We're at 300. I know this is not just me. This is all of us, but mainly it's you, Red, man. This has been 100% on you, man. Like, you've done a great job, and keep it up. And I'll kiss you afterwards, so it's fine.
Yeah, that's why I said your channel has 300 subs. No, I didn't say our channel.
No, it's everybody's, but like Red's done such a great job. Red's done such a great job here, and I gotta give it.
This sincerely means a lot, man. Seriously, thank you, bro.
At this rate, you're gonna overtake Lorefield. So congrats.
Yes, I will take over Lorefield. I will own the channel. I will buy it out with 10,000 didgeridivs, which is British underground black market money, is what that currency is. So looking forward to buying you out, like the ABK deal.
What is it going to cost? Just buy Mitch the freaking the new racing game of the year, and buy Lexi a year subscription, and you got Lorefield right there, baby. That's all you need.
There we go. Yep, buy him every racing game that ever comes out. No. And Lexi gets a full lifetime of Final Fantasy 14 subs.
It's funny you mentioned that.
Like Final Fantasy
creation.
Oh, sorry.
No,
Go ahead.
So Mac, you're not gonna start making content?
I need to, and I always say this. It's a lot. Everybody's got a lot going on here, so it's hard to get somebody to help me truly to get it. There's not many people in the community that are gonna really reach out and help me. So, and I know everybody here has their own, mainly DeMarco and Red, that do know a lot about it. Lexi, I know you know a little bit about it too. It's just hard. Everybody got their own shit going on, so it's hard to get somebody to take 2 hours out of their day, 3 hours of their day, when I actually have time, and they have time to show me the basics, you know, to show me how to get these videos edited and stuff. And it just is what it is, you know. I don't look at it as a bad thing, but I'm trying here. I'll get it one day, hopefully. You know, I know I can be good.
Step one. I'll teach you in 15 seconds. Anybody watching right now, I'm going to teach you how to make YouTube content if you want to start off. Step one. Buy Sony Vegas. It's a one-time purchase. You have it forever. It's not a great editing program, but it works.
It's not called Sony Vegas. It's not owned by Sony anymore.
Oh.
It's Magic Vegas.
Magic Vegas. You can.
It's a weird company.
Sometimes it's not the best. It'll crash all the time. So make sure you save your work. But it's one time and you have it for life. That's the benefit of it, and it's
how much is it?
Simple to
you know?
use.
Do you know how much
I don't know offhand. You can always look for older versions of it that'll come out cheaper, or you can always sometimes you can even find it on Humble Bundle for dirt cheap.
I got mine on Humble Bundle.
Vegas Pro. That's where I got my first video, was Humble Bundle, Vegas Pro. You can do that. Then 4K video downloader. Search 4K video downloader older versions, because the new version sucks. It's terrible. So you find 4K video downloader older versions in Google. You download that. Now you can get any video off YouTube for free. You download OBS for free. Now you can record your footage. Yeah. That's all three things.
I got an Elgato card too that can record really well too. So there's another thing there too. So.
Yadani Kazada says, Step 1, get Windows Movie Maker. Step 2, practice getting rid of your gag reflex. Step 3, profit. Let it rain, baby.
You know,
on the money.
Here's a fun fact.
I just need a PC to get started for me.
The first 2 episodes of the Lorefield podcast were edited on the OG 2016 Movie Maker. I'm not kidding. Well, I think it was actually the Windows Vista Movie Maker. So
okay,
They stopped.
The Switch Pro of the window of the
Yeah.
maker. Okay.
You know, you could only have
Yeah.
one timeline. You could have one audio track overlaying it, and that was it. Like, I had to render the video twice to make those first 2 episodes, and they are absolutely horrendous.
I love it.
I cannot believe what Yodani just said. I read that. I was doing shit. I was doing stuff, and then I read it, and I'm just like, Donnie always got something stupid to say.
I love it. I love it. So look, that was it. Assassin. Where can people find you?
They can find. I can't believe I'm about to do this again. You can find me on Twitter at AskForSin, because apparently that's how it's gonna be from now on.
Ass for
Yeah.
sin. Yep.
Yeah.
That made me jump.
I'm sorry. I had to because you said ass. I'm like, well, let me put the 2 together. So.
Yeah. I mean.
Sorry. There you go. Wonderful.
Yeah, you can find me on Twitter like that, or you can. That's the only place you can find me. Because unfortunately, I can't make contact like Red or DeMarco, because I have nothing to start making content with. But yeah, that's where you can find me.
This is content right here.
This is content.
This is
right
not
here, baby.
content. This is not. I'm not as funny as them. What are you talking about, Lexi?
I'm not funny. I'm just a weirdo.
Yes, you are.
Yeah, me and
It's
Red
funny.
definitely. Me
Everyone
and Red definitely
here
make
is
it funny.
funnier
I
than
ain't
me.
gonna lie. Me and Red be killing the funny shit.
Yes.
It's bad, unfortunately. And then DeMarco throws a little shade in there with them stupid soundboard things. So.
Which I love. It's so funny. Listen, we have such a great dynamic here. You have me as the insane psychopath person.
We
You
all
have
scissor
DeMarco,
each
who is
other
like,
in the
so
background.
anyway, let's get back to the actual stuff here, everyone. And then we have Assassin, who's like, well, actually, let me talk about. And then when shit actually hits the fan, hearing Assassin laugh is funny. Same thing with DeMarco.
Well, you got
by the way.
a assassin here that's like, Professor Skeptical.
Right.
They're
Who
not
am
the
I?
same company.
I'm
They're not the same
I'm
part of the
company.
skeptical about
personality.
everyone.
DeMarco
Lexi.
looks like he wants to die. I just want to tell
Not
you
just
this.
Bethesda. Hell, I'm
Listen.
skeptical of Microsoft still, and
I thought
Sony.
you were
on
saying
some
I'm
level.
skeptical of myself. That's great. Speaking of skeptical, I don't know. Mac, you're Mac bound at Big Daddy Double D Mac on Twitter.
MacBound is a double D on almost everything besides YouTube, so I have to fix my Twitch thing. Something happened, I will whatever. That'll
Double
get fixed.
D.
Double D,
Double
like
D.
I don't mind
So
double
you-
D's. in my
What
face.
about? What everyone talks about double D's. What about double E's and double F's and double G's?
That's too big. I ain't trying to get smacked with that shit.
People don't walk with those. They are. right,
They
Lex.
hunch over.
Alex, where can people find you? Who are you? What are you hosting? What content do you have coming out? You got a podcast coming out episode soon with a special guest with the one and only. Can we spoil it? I don't know.
Let's keep it a secret, but we'll say it's a member of the community.
It is.
That might be
yes.
here. That might be here now.
Might be here.
That could
yes.
be anybody.
Literally could be anyone. It's me.
That could be
Yeah.
DeMarco for all we know.
It's definitely red.
DeMarco's like a almost regular host, except this episode because he abandoned us.
Perfect.
Wait,
So Lexi is part of the Lorefield
You're right.
podcast on the Lorefield
Yeah,
channel,
I'm-
talking about everything Starfield.
You
yeah,
can
is that what
you
do?
can find my shit Twitter on @Dwemerologist on Twitter.
Your shitter. Shitter account.
Oh, sorry, my X account.
Oh. Gotcha. That's just one X.
Yes.
Why are you giving us your ex's account? What?
Gotcha.
What?
And I might be making Final Fantasy content in the form of a podcast soon. So stay tuned. That won't be a part of Lorefield, obviously. You know, Lorefield, Starfield. That'll be my own adventures into the wild.
I'm excited
It'll
to
be
see
about
that.
Final Fantasy 14. So it'll be all about Final Fantasy 14. There'll be lots of spoilers, and I will talk to my co-host will be one of my friends, who's from the Netherlands, and it's going to be great. This will be this will probably be like October, November time. So, you know, just something to look forward to.
Makes sense. DeMarco, who the hell are you? Where are you? When are you? Why are you?
I did this
I know,
already.
do it again,
already.
baby. Gotta do it again.
I refuse.
Okay, get out.
Okay.
That isn't just a backdrop. That moon is actually there orbiting the planet.
All right.
You can visit it too.
That's it, baby.
He just
And
went.
there he goes. There he goes.
The Marco wanted to leave like 20 minutes ago. Let me just tell you that.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, you
Listen.
did. Yeah.
Thank you all so much for joining us here on the Renegade Realm Podcast, episode 29. This has been fun. The first podcast in a long time that's actually stayed stable because I'm hardwired. So very, very happy to
Oh, he's back.
have that happen.
Wow.
Oh, he came
There's
back.
Marco. He wanted to be here to say actually goodbye. And you had a send off. You had a Dark Souls theme send off. It was perfect. Perfect timing. I don't know how you've been doing that, Lex. And it's insane. All right, everyone. Thank you so much. We'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Later.
Goodbye.